to actually do this live in the studio with you guys here joining us in Discord. For those of you in Discord, if you'd like to watch the stream on YouTube, a link is in our announcements channel. If you are on YouTube and you'd like to join us in Discord and be able to voice speak with us, then you can do that as well by joining our Discord. If you're looking for a link, it should be available in the YouTube chat, but you can also visit our website at talkingtrekstfc.online, talkingtrekstfc.online, where you'll have a chance to join in the fun and hang out. So, welcome in. Appreciate you guys all being here. Your mics are potted up, and I would like to welcome you guys to a very, I don't want to say impromptu, but at the same time, planned and non-produced podcast. Here we go, and we'll try to see what we can get going. As a matter of fact, that reminds me, I probably should be recording some audio here. So let me get that pulled up, and that way we can record. We'll do YouTube. We've got all kinds of stuff happening. All kinds of stuff happening here today. So let's get this going. We'll switch that over. Let's see if that... Okay. Doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do that at the exact same time as streaming. So maybe, Steven Zarin, you could run some audio for me, perhaps, because it looks like I'm going to actually struggle to do that and stream on YouTube today. So
yeah, I can do that.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you. I thought that I could do them both at the same time, and it looks like I may not, in fact, be able to do that. So welcome in, everybody. D24 is here. Servers are coming back from maintenance as we speak. Not a ton of them are online. Actually, more than half are online. But some of you are still down, but you will be coming back up very, very soon. And what we're going to do today is talk a little bit about some of the stuff that was done and presented in our video this morning, as well as speak to you about some of the questions that Panic and Aries were able to answer earlier today, and just talk about territories in general. Plus, we'll see if we cannot actually get... we'll see if we can't try to get Panic or Aries on the air here in just a little while. We do plan to be streaming with you guys for some time today. As a matter of fact, it is my sincerest hope that we will be able to actually demonstrate Takeover today. I know that it looks as though that might be difficult, right? The currency involved seems to be relatively heavy. Okay? The currency involved seems to be relatively heavy, but we are trying to get something worked out with Panic so that we can, in fact, demonstrate with you guys on Alliance Takeover. And that way we'll try to demonstrate some of that stuff. Now, a lot of you guys may have already been in the game. You guys are looking for these territories, and look here, there we go. Now we can zoom in and we can start to map this out. This has been so very important, folks, so very important for us to see how this map presents itself, because that's been the big thing, right? That's been the big thing, is we don't know what the path is going to be. Look, here's a territory 3 or tier 3, tier 1s. If I'm looking through, if I'm just zooming out and looking at this map, I'm seeing, which is surprising, guys, I'm seeing tier 1s all throughout the middle, which is extremely, extremely interesting when we look. I mean, there are some interesting paths here. And if you look, you know, for example, some of these warp paths are not making themselves super conducive. Like, look here, this one, let's see, you can go south, east, west. You can't go north, but here's a tier 1 that cannot go. Okay, it can go south. It can't go here. It can't go here. So really super interesting how this map has presented itself, and I want you guys to get a good look at it. Of course, a lot of you guys are in the game. Now, hey, what's up, Mr. Fusion? Appreciate you being here. And this would be really good, Mr. Fusion, for our alliance to be able to check this out and be able to come in so that we can try to start talking about it. You guys can see the map. Of course, I'm sure a lot of you guys are already able to see the map in your updated clients. Guys, keep in mind, if you have not updated your client, you must go do so. Android and iPhone are both out. iPhone and Android are both out. iPhone hit first. Android hit a little bit later, but they are both out. Okay. Now, what I want to do is kind of get started here. Let me clear through all these events. I haven't been in since the maintenance started, so let me clear through click through some of this stuff. I didn't do very well in Latinum Rush this time. Mr. Fusion says, how can you tell if it's a tier 1, 2, or 3? That is indicated by the diamonds here, okay? These little white diamonds, Mr. Fusion, that is where you can see. So, for example, you see this single diamond right here. This is a tier 1 territory. You've got tier 2 here, and for example, Tholus Alpha, this is a tier 3 right here, okay? Goodness gracious, I got all kinds of stuff in here. Let me clear all this stuff out. Yay for winning prizes, right? Wait a second. Uh-oh, do we have the repeating gift bug? Guys, check that out. Repeating gift bug, unfortunately. Watch my steal counter, 12.3 million, 162, and I'm clicking it again. Oh, my good God, Scopely. Scopely! Why do we continue to repeat bugs? Oh, God. Yeah, not excited about that. Because now, look, guys, I can't even get, because of this glitch, I can't even get to my events listing. I can't get to my daily events. Yeah, looky there. Hey, Ripper, what's going on, buddy? Have you seen this one yet? I'm stuck.
I haven't.
I am stuck. I can't get to my events. I can't see what's going on. Here, let me try to restart the client. I will try that. Let's see if that'll do anything. Let's try to get back in here and see if that makes a difference. $2 says, no, I'll say, ooh, look, a new cover screen. That's nifty. New cover screen there for a new arc. You know, I'm kind of digging the artwork here lately. Over the last several months, they've done some interesting artwork, so it looks good. Hey, what's up, Nostromo? What's up, Steel Rain from the YouTube chat? Appreciate you guys joining on YouTube. You guys, please feel absolutely free to join on YouTube. That way you guys can see. I am not streaming in Discord today. We're actually trying it on YouTube for a change and seeing how that goes. Hopefully, we stayed up kind of late last night testing certain settings, so hopefully this is nice and smooth for you and looks nice, okay? Hopefully you guys can see that. Yeah, it looks like restarting the client actually got me through that, so I just had a hiccup there. All right, let's take a look at the events. Well, we've got nothing here. Nothing yet, and that's okay. Panic said that the events were going to be rolling out. What we don't know yet is how quickly we're going to be able to get started here. So, Ripper, let's consult the expert. Oh, man. This time? Man, I don't want to spend a half hour with you guys redeeming a bunch of officer shards because I'm totally going to win this event.
I'm an expert. That's all.
Yeah, absolutely. You're an expert. Hey, let's talk about this here just for a second, because I'm not going to switch over. I don't think to Discord. I guess I could. Could I? I see. I'm still not as good with this OBS thing yet, so I'm still trying to figure out my scene settings and all that stuff. Yeah, same with me, Meows. All I've got are daily events, which Panic did indicate that the events were going to be rolling out soon. He said they were going to be rolling out soon to prevent lag, but we've got some interesting stuff. So let's start here. Ripper, are we able to get in? This is the training zone right here. Tola, is this right? No, that's a tier 1. Is that the training one?
No, that's the training one.
All right, so guys, there is
You cannot capture that one, by the way.
Okay, so this one is standalone. You know what, guys? I'm going to go ahead and head this direction. All right, I want to see what's in here. I want to see if it's appropriate for me to start mining anything. Because we do know that mining is going to be a big part of this. So let me switch up my crew.
You can't because it's tier 1.
New mines are also in rogue space, by the way.
Yeah.
Ah.
That's a tier 1 system. I'm in there at the moment with my discovery, and you can't mine. Aha.
So,
just like they said.
Well, that's interesting. It's a non-capturable tier 1 that you can't mine because you don't own it, right? So, okay, now I'm seeing here, you guys mentioned a second ago, we got new nodes in rogue space, so let's go check this out.
No, Tola is a capturable one. Well, I assume it must be.
No, it's not.
There is supposed to be one training system that allows people to come through.
Might be the training ones then, yeah.
So, where are these nodes here, guys? Let's see if we can, I'm not seeing them in the deeper.
In the
purple
space.
It's not in the token systems, are they?
No, in the...
There they are. Did you see that? Hold on, let me go back. Did you guys see that? It shows up now. Looky there. Shows up right there. There's tier 1 raw isogen, okay? So, looks like we've got some people already getting at it. Let's see what it looks like here, okay? and what we might be able to look at as far as mining speeds. The way I understand it is that these are looking to be roughly the same as G3. Wasn't that right, Ripper?
750.
Oh, so even faster than G3. Now, why can't? Oh, okay, let's see.
You don't get
Looky
like
there.
the resource specific bonuses. So.
So okay. So a higher. Okay, so they're counteracting it with the base speed, is what you're saying. They're counteracting it with the base speed. Now let's. I know some people have been asking about the tribble. Let's just take a quick look here. I'm going to remove. I've got the tribble on right now, and we're at 28.8. Let's take the tribble off and see how that goes. Remove the tribble, and if we come back out and click on that node, oh yeah, the tribble is literally doubling it. Wow. All right, which is what that's what the tribble does.
Makes sense, right?
Yep, that's what the tribble does. So, guys, obviously, you guys were asking questions about the tribble. Super, super huge impact. All right, the tribble is absolutely bomb diggity. So, here's what we're going to do. Now, I've got a decision to make here on my server. I've got to decide, first of all, if I intend to start taking Isogen nodes. Because I want to get a jump start, and I don't. I am probably inappropriately going to steal somebody's node here, but live on the stream. But I mean, hey, you know, is what it is.
Making friends, I guess.
That's right, making friends and influencing people. Let's see. Yeah, there's some other screenshots showing up in the chat. Thank you, Quackfu. Thank you, Pavik. Appreciate that. Quackfu says base speed is 8650 with faction miners. Mine's showing pretty higher, a lot higher than that. But, again, I've got the tribble on there, and, of course, my ship is tiered up nicely as well.
Oh, yeah, you have the mining laser bonus, so that doesn't...
Yeah. So, you know, goodness gracious. Let's do this. Yes, I know. Thank you. Let's see if we can find... Gosh, finding Isogen is going to be tough right now. I bet all these nodes are full.
There are also the systems close to. There are also the systems that are close to territory that are mining zones as well.
Yep.
All right, let's check these out over here. Let's come back to territories and see. Man, look how low this space is. These are level 1 systems over here, guys. So I'm going to guess you're talking about right here, Ripper, these little 25s right here that are new and added. These are...
I think so. I mean, if you really want to know, you can check cars. All stuff is in there.
That's right. And actually, a little bit later, we will... no, not shameless at all. There was a ton of data. I could not give them enough credit. A lot of what was released in the video came from Elcars, so really, really appreciate that, Ripper. Thank you. Let's go, you know what, let's port down. Let's port down and start exploring some of these and seeing what is happening. So surprising to see all these people ported down and mining in a level 1.
Have you figured out what that clicking noise is in the background every time you talk, DJ?
Yes, I got... Ooh, did you see that? Yes, I did get it figured out.
Yeah, the new.
Yes, did you see that?
Is
how
nice.
Cool!
I can finally see again how many relocation tokens I have.
Yes, look, there's a mission I never did.
Yeah, I like that too.
Very nice. I clicked too fast, but that's huge. I'm going to waste another one just to do it. Looky there. That's so nice to see. I like this little screen. This is nice. I know that seems small and trivial, but that's a nice addition. Very, very nice. Long Lost the Robin says, so the tutorial sector includes Ocus and the main living systems, correct? So let's go back. The tutorial systems are going to be in this area here, Long Lost. Robin, these are your tutorial areas where you can kind of get started, and this is supposed to be a non-capturable Tier 1 training zone. Now, you know, Tola could eventually become capturable, but even, look here, I mean, it's even segmented from the map, and right now, the way that the data looks...
Different shade of
yeah,
white.
It's a different color, it's segregated here. The way that we're seeing it right now is long story short, not capturable. Now, I would, you know, let's take a look. Now, I'll go back. Well, no, there's takeovers here. there's takeovers here. Ripper, I'm going to demonstrate this. When you come in and you click on any of these one systems, now we talked about this in the video, these are undiscovered systems. Not only that, but they're protected by Fog of War. But I can still get information by clicking on that little flag. I can get information about these territories. So I can come in here,
of course.
I know,
I've been told Tola is not capturable, but maybe that's changed.
Yeah, I'm not a Commodore. You know, I got to be honest with you, Ripper. This looks like it's able to be taken over. It really does. As a matter of fact, it could be.
What's the resource required to join?
Only a single Tola core.
This item cannot be obtained. The Tola zone cannot be taken over.
Yeah, look there again. There you go, folks. All right, there you go. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. All right. So this zone cannot be taken over, which is interesting. Then that they would put mining nodes in it, Ripper, which only tells me that this system probably has a future use. Okay.
Yeah, maybe it's like tied to an event that they unlock mining. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So now, Long Lost Robin says, so the takeover sector is those specific systems. Yes, so let's ignore Tola. Let's go over here to this one. All right, here's an entry level. Why is my there? Damn, this is so new. Okay, there you guys. You should be back. Sorry about that, folks. And that's why. There we go. And we're back. All right, let me get the game reloaded here, too, because I lost everything. Yep, sorry about that, guys. Yep, we're back. All right. David says, whose USB device keeps disconnecting and reconnecting? I don't hear that. Does anybody else hear that? I don't hear that.
I don't hear that, no.
All right, Cassoni says, where are the missions? No missions, to my knowledge yet, Ripper, have been released yet. Jove?
No, they are not released.
Yeah, they're not released yet. Jove, you're saying YouTube is still off?
It won't be an entire server rollout at once. So
that's correct.
There will be events tied to getting into the zone, starting takeovers. That's designed to reduce load. So not the entire server rushes to the systems at once.
Okay. I do hear somebody clicking their mouse now. I'm not sure who that is. That's probably Ripper. He's on voice activity. I am apparently having trouble. I'm going to try to restart my client now because now that the stream is reconnected, I can't get back into the game. So I must have lost. There we go. Okay, we're coming back. Sorry about that, guys. So anyway, well, what we're going to do is we're going to talk over and come back to this territory that we were just looking at a second ago. Cassoni says, daggone, my alliance has been searching for nothing yet. No missions are out yet. The missions are going to correspond with an event. And even Panic said on this podcast here a couple of nights ago that there was going to be some type of event that was going to determine which alliances were able to earn some currency first. But what I wanted to show you guys here in the Tamari system, when we click on this, we can actually get some information about this, all right? Not only can we see that this species are the Tholians, guys. This is going to be important if you guys watched my video. The Tholians own this territory, okay? And that's going to be wildly important a little bit later, okay? This is the Tamari system. It consists of 2 systems, and we can see here that its first service, which only costs 975,000 refined isogen. And yes, I say only. Folks, that's not a great deal. All right, when you got to think that 50, 60, 70 members of your alliance are going to be refining this stuff for you. And, of course, we have yet to see the actual refinery. But I don't believe that this is actually a great deal of isogen. But we can see here, you know, this is going to be, in my opinion, one of the lesser important services. And, by the way, if you would like to... Gosh, I don't even know how to change windows on this. We do have a list of services, Ripper, that you provided. Let me see. Let me see if I can figure out how to put that on the screen here.
So regarding refinery, as far as I know, it's like per refine, get 2 chests for tier 1 isogen, and you get like I think 7,000 or 8,000 every day. Okay,
so you've seen that. That's good then. What I'm trying to do at the moment, I'm going to leave it on this screen just for a second, and I'm going to come back in over here to my Discord where I presume at this point, Fartasia, it's okay to release this list of services that we got the other night. I'm going to pop this up real quick, guys, and I'm going to see.
Yeah, the update is live.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can actually if I can get this into OBS. So hang on just one second. Let me do window capture. Just call this Chrome. And again, you guys bear with me because I'm kind of new to this. Okay, so there we go. Now you guys should be able to see this Chrome window, and I'm going to come in here and try to zoom in just a little bit where you guys can see some of these services. Now, Ripper can tell us a little bit more about these folks as you guys are looking on the YouTube screen. These are all the services that are available. Now, you look over here at the rarity. Ripper, I'm going to take a leap of assumption and assume that commons are Tier 1 territory services, uncommons are Tier 2 territory services, and rares are Tier 3 territory services. Am I roughly correct in assuming that?
Yes, that makes sense.
Absolutely.
Doesn't
Okay.
mean that mean that they can't show up in lower tier systems, because that's like a thing live ops can tweak. They're not fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fantasia, you're the one with the clicking, by the way.
Who, me?
Fantasia.
No, it's me.
Oh,
It's
Fartasia.
me. Sorry.
It sounds like you're training a dog.
You have a very loud mouse, sir. A very loud mouse. It's a very resistance-based mouse. He's going to really mash it in there. All right, so taking a look at some of these services, let's go ahead and talk about some of these services here, Ripper and Farty. Appreciate you guys being here. Mr. Fusion says, where can I get that list? You know what, buddy? I will be more than happy to send it to you here just momentarily, okay? I've got the here. As a matter of fact, let me do this. I will copy this image, and I will bring it over to Discord right now and throw it in our graphics room. So you guys are more than welcome to come and check this out. Boom! And there it is in the Talking Trek graphics room. Now you got a list of all services. So appreciate you guys checking that out. Okay.
That doesn't mean that all the services are available in every zone at once, right?
That's right.
Like,
That's right, guys.
only
This
the
is a
possible
list.
services you can get.
That's right. This is a list of all services that are going to be associated with territory capture, okay? So this does not mean that they're all immediately available, and you might notice here, and Fartasia, we were checking yesterday. As of yesterday, we were still not 100% sure how these services were going to correlate to the systems. Have we gotten that data yet, or is this still somewhat of a mystery?
Still somewhat of a mystery. We haven't been told how it's going to apply, but it's inferred that they will rotate when you change capture.
So Panic did come on the show, Farty, and say that these services are going to rotate. Which is a really interesting mechanic because you might start as an alliance on a path, right? And then if the services change, you might have to adjust, right? You might have to switch it around. So we don't know yet which ones of these services are going to be available to, basically how they're going to tie. We don't know where they're going to tie yet. And oops, sorry about that. Here, I'm trying to come back to Bluestacks, so that's what I'm going to do there. So we don't know yet where these services are going to tie to as far as the actual territories, but and that even could be random. But what we do see here is that, of course, at least this first one right here is available in this Tamari system. Now, we can see also here, guys, and by the way, we are going to do a stream or a video on this a little bit later, okay, Farty? But Elcars has come up with a tremendous tool for you guys. As a matter of fact, we could probably demonstrate some of that now. You know what? Let's do it now while we're waiting for the missions and stuff to come up. Let me see if I can also add this window. Window capture, Discord.
And actually, if you check in-game on a zone, you can see the current service and the upcoming service, which says it will be available at the next takeover.
Okay,
So
very good. So
you can see what's coming next.
Here's what I want to do for the moment. I'm going to collapse all these windows, but I'm going to come in and join Elcars here, okay? So let's just pop in, and Fartasia, I'm going to have you kind of take lead on this. We're just going to pop into this first terminal here, okay? And start using some of this. Let's start. Now, Farty, you had kind of given me a list last night. You had said, hey, listen, there's a logical progression of how you're going to be searching for stuff. And you know what? Here, just for the moment, I'm going to come into this channel so we don't get interrupted, okay? So we'll use this channel right here. As a matter of fact, you know what? Heck, no, I don't even want to do that. Let's use
Go
Pat's.
to the content creators.
Yep. Well, we could do that, or we could use Pat's. Let's see.
Yeah, content creators.
Okay, I'll use that one. Sorry, jumping around here a little bit, guys. Apologize. There we are in the content creators terminal, and there we go. So here we go, Farty. Let's start with, let's say that we're looking and we want to try to figure out. Of course, we can look in the game and determine what the warp paths are. But if I was looking at this entire expansion from the very, very beginning, what would you expect me to want to look at first? What do we have loaded into LCARS that's going to help the community start to dissect this expansion?
It depends on where you want to start, but I guess you can start with the zone list.
Okay, zone list. So, guys, you guys are watching the stream here. Looks good here. I'm going to pull this over here very quickly, and you can see here in the zone list, just by doing that, exclamation zone list, we've got a list of all zones. And by the way, this is, oh, wow, this is great, Farty, because not only do you have the zones, we don't necessarily need all the systems yet, but we see here all the zones. And right off the bat, someone's been saying, oh, there's 75 or, oh, there's only 20. Nope, there are 55, exactly 55 zones right here, and they are all loaded in LCARS. You can see here what tier those are. Not only that, you can see how many systems are included. Looks like Tier 1 and Tier 2 systems, Farty, pretty much have all the 2 systems. And the only ones with a third system look to be the Tier 3 territories. But not only that, guys, take a look here. We've got the actual calendar. We've got the UTC start time and date. So today is Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, and currently it is 1,745 hours UTC. So what we would want to do if we were going to get in on the actual, obviously I don't think it's going to be up and running at this particular moment, but if we were looking for something that we wanted to do coming up here in just a moment, oh, gosh, look at that. Zone list on Wednesdays, except we're going to do something different, Farty. We're going to do zone list Tuesday because it's Tuesday over here. It's Tuesday for most of game players, okay? And these are UTC start times. So now this is interesting, folks. Look here. The developers have actually designed this game. Look here. Nobody is running a territory today. Looky there, Farty. Nobody's running a territory today. There are no territories that launch UTC anytime after 1,700 hours. Looky there. As a matter of fact, if I'm converting that into United States time zones, I've got 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and 9 o'clock Eastern time on Tuesdays, and that's it. All right. Did I lose something?
Now... No, it's coming up.
Okay, hang on. I think I lost power or something on my monitor. What just happened? I either clicked something. I know you guys can see it. I can't actually see my monitor. That's the weirdest thing. My monitor. Please tell me that did not just die. That would be very, very bad because I can't see anything at the moment. I just lost power on my monitor. But
that would be hilarious.
That would be hilarious.
The plug.
No, because everything else is still in. What is happening? Tell me my monitor did not just die. Okay, hold on. I think it's coming back. There. Okay, we're back. We're back.
Do you have our power saver mode set on it so it's switching your screen off?
Maybe. What did I just do? Oh my gosh, I just did it again. What did I do? My monitor is dying. Just turned off again. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the level of bug-riddenness that we can expect out of all things related to Scopely today. That my actual monitor itself has, in fact, died. Oh, boy. That's the monitor, guys. So I can't see anything at all. Hang on a second. I cannot believe that. That is stupid. And I don't have a replacement here. Yep, that's dead.
Don't?
No, I sure don't.
Just check the cable in the back.
I have 7 monitors
I
in my house.
just checked
One
it.
dies, I'll just pick another one.
All right. I don't have any other monitors. I do have another TV. I guess I could go get an actual TV, but it's like, that's huge.
What's your laptop?
Is there a way to...
Tune into your own show with your laptop.
I can't stream with the laptop. Is there a way to take audio, or not audio, is there a way to take video from a machine and translate it onto a laptop screen? I don't think there is there?
No.
Dude, this monitor's dead.
The only thing I know is that there are low latency software solutions.
I'm going to have to go get the TV.
Pornhub just opened up.
No, it did not.
How about your wife's monitor?
I can't believe that shit. Oh, I can't say that on YouTube. Sorry.
Oh, sure you can. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you can.
Make sure, I know, normally monitors have like input select. Make sure you're on the right input select.
Yeah, but
unless there's only one input.
The white light at the bottom of my monitor is actually off. It's off.
It's lost power.
Yeah, it could be.
Check your power board.
There it is.
Put your power into a different socket.
Got it. Apparently, I kicked it out of the wall. Didn't somebody say to check that like 20 minutes ago?
See, told you. I didn't check it.
You guys, give me a break. I blame Scopely.
It's all good.
This is top tier production, by the way.
Yes, absolutely it is. Live stream. This is why I do radio. Because then I can
Sometimes you get insert, eject your DVD cup holder, and that makes it work too.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Well, moving on. All right. So here we can see, folks, where we left off when my monitor actually died, and then the hand of DJ brought it back to life. What we see here is that Scopely did not intend for us, any of us, to run territory capture today. Okay. So now that's an interesting thing. What are we going to actually do today? That means today, what we could end up seeing is a series of events or trainings that are going to get us ready. Because if we take a look here, we see that the zone list for Wednesday is a little bit bigger. All right. But again, still very lopsided in their timing, it looks like. Ripper, we see noon Eastern, and then pretty much every hour on the hour up until 10 p.m.
Can somebody just confirm for me
11.
Vamira in the new takeover zones? What the zone? I'm just curious if the zone bonus matches across all servers.
Okay, well let's go check it out. Let me come back over here to these. I need to figure out.
VEMIRA. Victor Echo Mike Indigo Romeo Alpha.
Okay, here. Let me hop back in, and I'll see. Where is it roughly?
It's
on it. So I have all mining enhancer, 40%.
Yeah, I have all mining enhancer as well.
Same. Okay, so it does match across all servers. I was just curious if maybe.
At least for now it does. Doesn't mean it has to go steady.
Oh, that's not the right. Where are you guys looking? I want to demonstrate on the stream. Nice job, buddy.
VEMERA.
VEM.
Okay. Yeah, buddy. Oliver is super excited about playing territory capture because
not that one.
All right, buddy. I'm going to be on his team. Okay, yeah, Vamira Alpha, is that what we're talking about? Because these are the territory systems.
Yeah. Alpha.
All right.
That's one.
And I'm going to assume, since you guys are confirming.
Doesn't matter if you pick beta or alpha, but.
Yep. Or mining enhancer, is that what you guys have?
Yep.
All right, there you go. So, here's what's very interesting, guys. We go back and we take a look at the Discord very quickly, okay? I'm going to do that super, super quick. We can see here, and we'll get through the rest of these commands party. What we can see is that no one's running territories today. Absolutely nobody.
You can't anyways because you can't get the resources to start them yet.
That's right. You gotta start mining this stuff and accumulating the resources. And so therein lies probably what we're going to see today, event-wise, is events that are either going to pay or encourage us to start accumulating these resources, okay? Now, if we want to dive down deeper into an actual zone, Farty just showed us here. If we actually dive into an actual territory, not only can we see the start time, we can see the duration, being that it's a Tier 2. We know it's 45 minutes. We can see what it's going to cost to join. 500,000 Tier 2 Isogen. So, guys, again, this kind of goes into the thing where we were talking, you're not going to get very deep into this very quickly, all right? As a matter of fact, I would imagine that unless somebody just buys pack after pack after pack, and I imagine there's going to be some limit packs, but I would imagine that, not only to get the Tier 1 Isogen to start a Tier 1 territory, which you can't even do until tomorrow, then once you get inside that Tier 1 territory, you're going to have to start mining Tier 2 Isogen. Okay, because it's not the same stuff. You got to start mining Tier 2 Isogen. And that's going to come from a Tier 1 system. Once you actually start mining the Tier 2, then you start refining that, then you can start a Tier 2. And not only that, but we also see the need for these progenitor cores. The cores are going to be refined or built or somehow refurbed from progenitor alloy. All right, from progenitor alloy. And we have, let's go back into the game and take a look at some of these currencies now. I really should be setting up some scenes in OBS. I'll probably have to do that a little bit later. Make it a little bit easier to see. Let's go in here, and I don't know that I'm going to actually see this in my Yep, there we go. Okay, ISO. So let's go through these currencies because there's several of them. We've talked about the Isogen. There's the raw Isogen, G2, G3. Here's G1. Progenitor alloy, guys, gained from refining. Now, this is what's interesting. Once you gain a Tier 1 territory, you're going to start mining G2 Isogen, right? Did I got that right? Yes. So once you're in a Tier 1 territory, you're going to start mining G2 Isogen, and then you're going to run that refinery that's going to give you not only refined Tier 2 Isogen, but also the progenitor alloys, and also this ISO emulsion. The ISO emulsion is going to be used in our brand spanking new research tree. And I know you guys have gotten a chance to see this by now. Let's take a look at the research tree. All right, got a brand new tree here, territory. And let's see what it looks at. We've got a couple of primes. And Gregor, I know you're a big research guy. Let's start going through some of this, all right? This one, obviously, this one's going to be a good one. I say it's going to be a good one because, A, looks relatively inexpensive, but B, it's a non-redundant research, meaning that it is brand spanking new. So this 10% yield is actually going to get you, a 5% net gain, right, Gregor? That's how we've always talked about it. With the very first research, it's
Yes.
it's literally half on the efficiency. Okay, so basically what we're doing is going to pull a calculator over here. Let me see where that even is. Well, I'll do this over here. If we pull up a calculator and let's say that the base mining rate, which we know, Ripper, you said was what, 1,700? All right, we're going to add 10% to that. Actually, it's not going to be 5%, Gregor, because you've got ship bonuses factored in there. So it's not going to be exactly a 5% yield, but nonetheless, all right, this is going to help, and it's a relatively cheap research, and it's not as diluted because there's not other researches that have diluted this. All right, so that's good. Let's come over here to this prime protected cargo, 100%. This is actually, there are two researches that I can think of that impact protected cargo. Is all right? We've got survey integrity, or no, that's hull. We've got here. Let's see if we can find them. Let's go back.
So isn't it weird that the researches are out, but the primes aren't in the store yet?
Well, maybe not. Maybe we get a research event and Scopely learned their lesson from the last 22 arcs that they've done, not to release content before the events start. Maybe. All right. I mean, you're saying the packs are not out right. Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so maybe they're actually going to hold them, which is good. All right, so here you go. Here's a 5-level survey security. It gives you a 75% bonus to the protected cargo of all survey ships. This right here is the only generic This is the only generic protected cargo research you have in the entire game. Okay. Now, there is one other research down in the Outlaw tree that helps, if I'm not mistaken, right here. Protected cargo, but only for the Botany Bay, and it's a flat amount. All right, so this particular research right here is probably, Gregor, I would imagine, probably going to be relatively worth it to people who mine slower and who like to mine a lot, I would say. This probably comes into play for people who mine competitively on Monday. All right, Day Trade says that there's more protected cargo.
I was going to say, it's pretty much useful all around. I mean, you think about your warships mining probes or hitting probes. I mean, protected cargo is protected cargo,
fair.
right?
Yep, that's actually
so
a very fair
Stellas,
point.
Vidars, all of it.
Okay, that's a good point. All right, I like that. And I hadn't thought about that, but yes, Stella and Vidar, those are two very important ones. Is it worth what this prime is expected to be? $100? I don't know. To be honest with you,
who knows?
Me personally,
maybe it's not $100.
Maybe it's not. I don't know. If it were $100, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm out on that. All right, I'm out on that.
Yeah, that's a little much.
Yeah, I'm not spending $100 on that. All right, Day Trade says survey security. That's the one we just showed, buddy. It's over here in the galaxy tree. That's what I said. This one right here is the only one that universally increases the protected cargo of all ships. This one right here. Survey security in the galaxy tree. And then if you go to the outlaw tree, you've got that one that does just the Botany Bay. But this is the only one in the entire game that's universal. And why, from a value standpoint, okay, hear me when I say, from a value standpoint, this research is going to be very impactful. Very impactful. Now, whether or not it's up, it depends on, whether it's worth it to you is going to depend on your objectives in the game. I personally was not actually thinking about this one, Gregor, until you literally just said, it's not just miners. It's not just miners. And that actually now makes me pause and reevaluate what I said. So I appreciate your comment there. This I can see being wildly useful on the Stella. I can see this being ridiculously useful on the Vidar. Both of those ships are probably going to benefit more than anything else.
Franklin, yeah.
Franklin.
I feel like everybody's got the modulators at this point. Like,
seems that way.
Yeah.
Seems that way. I don't know. This one.
Also, the North Star as well would benefit from it. 4-star
miners would, but they mine so much so fast.
North Star.
No, I said North Star.
Oh no, yeah, North Star, another good one. So yeah, hey, Devore, thank you, Day Trade. Devore, Latinum Mining, okay, that's going to help you stay out there a little bit longer. So yeah, you know what? I got to take it back. This one could actually be a very, very strong prime, and because it's not diluted, as we have been discussing, the diminishing return thing, because there's only one other survey that's at 70, or one other research that's at 75%, this one's going to be a pretty significant research, folks. All right, that 100% is going to be pretty daggone big. It's not going to yield you 100%. It's not going to double what you're getting right now. All right, but let's look at the math. All right, and I have yet to figure out how to drag a calculator on my screen, so bear with me. But if I have protected cargo, let's use the North Star, for example. Let's say my protected cargo is 5,000, which I know it's not, but let's do it at 2,500. That's more realistic. If my North Star is at 2,500, and that's what it's displaying right now, right? That's what it's displaying right now, and I'm getting a 75% boost already. I'm going to divide that by 1.75. That means my base value is roughly 1,400. So let's pretend that your North Star at base is 1,400. You're showing 2,500 because you're getting the 75% from survey protection. Now we're going to take that bonus to 2.75, right, Gregor? So let's do 1,400 times 2.75. And now, guys, your protected cargo went from 2,500 all the way up to 3,850. Now, that doesn't sound significant, but that's your North Star. Now you add T'Pring. Now you add Joaquin. Now you add 1 of 10. you're going to be mining literally almost the entire cargo of the North Star protected. So for a lot of you guys still playing with the North Star, this, I'm going to have to retract it, Gregor. This is a pretty daggone good one. I ain't going to lie. Thank you for helping me see the light. Let's look at the next prime. We'll talk about the primes. Let's do the next prime. 100%, 150% to damage versus player ships. All right. People are going to say, excuse me, people are going to say, well, that's for the whales. That's for the whales. You're going to further break the game. The PvP in this game is going to be even worse. Gregor, let's break this down. 150% to damage. This one, I know.
This one's heavily diminished.
Thank you. I was going to say, I'm probably going to upset a couple of people when I say this. You know, of course, I could be made to change my mind, but because I just said it about the prime protection, and now I'm going to say it about this one. Guys, this one, I also am not seeing a super huge value in. 150% to damage, guys, does not take your shot. It does not take the obliterator on your auger from 500,000 to 1.5 million. That's not how it works. This is a very heavily diminished research, all right? You got to think. Damage, Rev just did a great video on this. Damage is a summation of the 3 types of penetration, okay? Damage is the summation of the 3 types of penetration. So, armor piercing, shield piercing, and accuracy. That consists of damage. When you look at a battle log and your ship throws a shot that's 250,000, okay? When it throws a shot of 250,000, that is a summation of the 3 types of damage that are kind of added together from your stat screen. So let's go back out. Let's scan a hostile. All right, let me come into space. I'm going to demonstrate. So here I am. Let's take a look at this level 10 hostile right here. I'm going to scan it. Now, there's my attack, which is total summation. But here we go down here, okay? Armor piercing, shield piercing, and accuracy. These are the 3 types of damage, or the 3 types of penetrations that I'm using to equal my damage. All right. Now, if I get this wrong, somebody speak up. But this is my understanding, Gregor, is that...
That's wrong.
If what?
That's wrong.
Okay, well then explain it.
Well, I mean, like, your damage per round is still your damage per round, right? Like, that's still... Your gun is still doing damage, but its effectiveness is what you're going to be compared against on those stats, right? So
well, I know that my guns have power. They're doing damage, but those guns are also broken down, aren't they? Aren't the actual guns broken down into these 3 categories?
It's about, I mean, well, the amount that makes it through mitigation is a weighted metric based on your piercing and their mitigation, but your damage is still your damage. So the 150% is not going to be plus 150% to accuracy or plus 150% to shield pierce or any of that, right? It's going to be 150% damage, and then the calculation of your piercing to their mitigation values is done.
Okay, so I see where you're saying that I had that wrong. So this is going to determine mitigation and how much damage is going to land on their shields and hull. But this is the damage that this research is talking about right here. All right, now let's go through our research trees and talk about. Let's go find some researches that are boosting damage, and this is why Gregor's saying it's heavily diminished. Let's begin at the very beginning. I don't want to spend a ton of time on this, but we'll do it.
Let's begin at the beginning. I feel like I need a fireplace and a book and a blanket or something.
Everybody, let's begin. Chapter 1. All right, increases damage.
Back, by the way.
Increases damage. Now this one's to hostiles, so we don't necessarily need to go into this one. What'd you say, Ripper? What's up, buddy?
I'm back. I had to step out for a few minutes.
Hi. Hello. All right, let's take a look at this one. Prime damage, 100% bonus to base weapon damage for all ships. Okay.
And this is what I think is what they're talking about, right?
What are we talking about?
We're talking about the new Prime and how we feel its effectiveness is going to be. Here's 150% to damage versus player ship, so in PvP. But is it really 150%? And my suspicion is that it's not, because that's a heavily redundant research. So we look here. Here's 100% to weapons damage. All right, there's 100% to weapons damage. Let's, of course, and that's universal, PvP or hostile. Let's go here. That's critical hit. Of course, is damage different than critical hit damage? Does critical hit damage also go up if your base...
Critical hit damage is different to normal damage.
Okay, so we'll skip that one. We'll skip that one. Here, these are mitigations right here. All right. Let's see. Here's a survey weapon damage booster, but again, we're looking for PvP stuff. So
survey weapon damage is still going to be weapon damage, though.
It is weapon damage,
You're
but
going to have your base weapon damage, and then all this stuff is additive to it.
Exactly, but only for miners in this case. We're talking about PvP, which is most likely going to be some type of warship. Now, we come over here. Here are two. Energy Blast, energy weapons, increased damage, 40%. Kinetics, same thing, 40%. Okay. Here is more mitigation, so that one doesn't count. Here we go. Here's some more attack. Weapon damage increased, another 40% for each ship type. All right. Come through here. Let's see. That's a mitigation one, so not damage. Mitigation.
It does work the exact same way as prime damage, just with 150% instead of 100.
Except that we've added so many other damage. Look, here's another weapon damage. Okay, we've added so many other researches that are based around damage. All right, that we have effectively, just like we talked about in the video, which I know is not a very popular opinion. All right, I know it's not. Look here. Here's some more. Of course, I don't have any of this research, but I mean, look at this one, Gregor. Do you feel that this research right here is this research worth all of this for 5%? I'm here to tell you.
I think when the game was originally out, it was the Edge research. It was giving you that extra tiny boost. But now this is so diluted that,
it's incredibly diluted. Incredibly diluted. And Angelo says on YouTube chat, remember, it's PvP damage specific. I understand that. I do totally understand. But see, a lot of these
this applies to PvP also.
Yeah, these are universal, whether it's PvP or PvE. Okay. Now
you can go higher up in that tree if you're G4, and there are two researches in the 40+ tree that are actually exactly the same. So you can't see them right now, but there's two researches in the 40+ tree that are identical to the new Prime.
All right. Now let's take a quick peek here. That's in combat. We know there's probably not a whole lot in station. Let's take a look at Galaxy. All right, because Galaxy has one or two as well. We come over here to let's see, not these. That is shields, swarm.
So just for completeness, by the way, in the extended combat tree, as you level up, there's a plus 50% against player ships, and there's a plus 75% against G4 player ships.
I'm still looking.
On top of other.
You know what? There's not anything else in it. Yeah, there's nothing else in the Galaxy tree. Let's check Outlaw. That's piercing. Shields, defense. Let's see. Still looking.
I wish they were a little more verbose in their language on these researches.
It is a little bit tougher to tell sometimes. Let's see, defenses, that's base. There might not be quite as many as I'd actually originally thought, to be honest with you. That's just
I already have another, like I said, 125% in the G4 research tree.
Look here, bonus damage.
Damage
still,
and 150% extra is not nothing.
It's definitely not nothing. I agree, and I would never say that it's not anything. Okay, but
it's not 150%.
It's not 150%. The net yield of that particular research, really truthfully, at 150%, your net yield's probably going to be around 10 to 15%, if that. Net yield, Gregor, what do you expect out of that research? 10%?
Well, and again, the higher level you go, because we have access to already another 125% in the extended combat tree, it's
true.
even less.
That's true. That's true.
Yep.
So, again, I know it's not a popular opinion. And it does. Listen, research always matters. People are going to say, well, I'm going to stop doing research based on what you say. No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. Research definitely does matter, and you need to do it to have an edge on other players. That's not at all what I'm contradicting. I'm just saying, resource management. We keep coming back to resource management. Guys, why have I chosen not to spend the dilithium on this research? All right. Why am I not spending all of this stuff? Because I could get this stuff. All right. I could buy packs. I can scrap ships. I could do this. I could spend 27 million dilithium for 5%. But folks, to me, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. And that's why it's going to sit there.
Yet. I mean, it all adds up. So eventually
if I have no other research to do and I'm losing by 2% of hull, then maybe it puts me over the edge. Maybe. All right.
Who knows?
Who knows? All right.
And we don't know what the prime cost is yet, right? If that's a $20 prime for player damage, that's actually pretty reasonable. If it's a $100 prime, maybe not.
Maybe so.
I'm actually expecting those primes to work similar to Outlaw stuff, which you can get without paying relatively easily.
So Panda Bear says, so using Scopely math, 40% increase on mining speed is going to increase the mining bonus from 1650 to 1690. No, that is so. We need to go back. Snake Eyes, if you are with us, and I don't know if you are or not, or Stevens Aaron, somebody who may be able to find the original slide. We need to go back and find our slides for the faction miners or the horizons and the envoys. We need to find one of those slides.
I can look for that.
Mining bonus works differently. They don't add to the
exactly. The ships are a little bit different, Panda. They've got their own formula, and we're going to pull up that slide. That's from like almost a year ago. Stevens Aaron is going to find it. Gregor, while we're looking for that, I've got to take a very quick phone call. Will you discuss prime capture node damage? You and Ripper talk about that a little bit, and I'll be back in just a moment.
Okay. So when you're attacking a capture node, because remember, you got to blow them up to collect their resources. When you're attacking the capture node, you do more damage to the capture node with this prime.
Occupying it.
I know, I'm kidding, Ripper. I'm kidding. Yeah. So when you get attacked while you're sitting on a capture node in the new thing, which is how you accumulate points for the territory event, when you're sitting on that node, you are doing more damage. And again, this is going to be PvP damage, right? So this is essentially another 150%. With the original 150% prime you saw a little bit ago, giving you 300% now. As a defensive, if you're in the defense, if you're in the receive side of the attack against a player's ship, there's not going to be any hostiles that I'm aware of attacking you on a capture node. So now we're talking about 300% damage if you are the ship occupying and somebody comes to displace you.
That is actually quite significant.
Well, it's compounded with the other 150%. Now 300% sounds big, right? But again, this is.
I mean, depends on level. I mean, if you're in high 40s, less. But I mean, mid 30s, that's quite a bit.
2 equal ships. Obviously, the ship with this research is going to win, right? So I guess that's one way to think about it. If you're being attacked by an equal peer, they're getting 150% possibly. And this gives you another 150% advantage on the defense.
And not only that, as I was just eavesdropping and popping back in, not only that, guys, but we do have some other officers that are going to help increase damage while occupying these capture nodes as well, if you didn't mention that. All right, now if you guys will take a look in the Discord chat, and what I'm going to do right now is I actually am going to go ahead and bring up what is happening here? Why can't now my keyboard freaking isn't responding? This is driving me nuts today. Let me come over here to OBS, and I'm going to switch over back to Discord very quickly, and I'm going to show you this graphic that we just put into our chat room here. Thank you, Stevens Aaron. Let me find it here. Where'd you put it? There it is. Okay, guys, let's take a look at this very quickly. All right. And there we go. Why? Just why? I can't. Too many things going wrong here. Now my keyboard's not working, so I can't switch screens. Okay, take a look here at this base mining formula, folks. All right, we're going to take a quick peek at this on the stream here. This is a demonstration of how formulas are actually calculated on the mining ships, all right? So a couple of moments ago, somebody had asked about the mining boosts, okay? The mining boost. If you guys will take a look here, these mining boosts are based on certain areas and certain sections of the formula. So research is where that's going to factor in. Okay, research is where it's going to factor in. So if you take a look, you got the base mining rate times the mining bonus of the ship. But they have already come out. Panic and Scopely both have already indicated that the research or these buffs, these services, are going to be added to research. And, of course, the research is going to be cumulative to research. Okay, so what we're seeing there is that also the mining research, this section right here, all right, this is where all the research is going to become additive and pick up right there. All right, so that being said, that means that the 40% is going to get added in right here. And this section of the formula does actually work out pretty well to boosting the speed. It's not going to be just a 40 increase to base. Okay, Panda, you're going to take that mining bonus. In your case, you've got the mining bonus of 1,650%. That actually factors right here. Okay, that factors, that's factor B, and the research is going to affect factor C. I know it's a little bit confusing, but we've mapped this out, and it actually looks really, really good. Okay, that works. That is how that works. All right, do I still have you guys here in voice? Just constantly checking things because things seem to be going poorly here today. Okay?
Still working fine.
So far, so good. All right, let's switch back into the game here and take a look at some of these other researches now. So we're back into the game here. We talked about this one. Now, there's all these others that, of course, are locked out. This is my account that you're looking at. Good night, Farty. Thank you so much for all of your dedication and hard work. Let's take a look very quickly. We're just going to run through these. Enhanced piercing against penetration stats, okay? And again, God, Gregor, something about me just makes me not excited about these research levels. I mean,
that research is level 25 starting, so...
yeah, okay.
That's not that bad.
Okay,
in my opinion,
so let's take a look here. Let's go into trusty Elcars, okay? Let's go into trusty Elcars very quickly, and let's see what this is actually going to be. Okay, here I am. I'm in Elcars. All right, that one was called enhanced piercing. So let's do research enhanced piercing, and what I'm going to do, folks, is the total cost of this research, and there you go. 1.1 billion dilithium. That's base, of course, that's base. But, Gregor, based on that figure, you're probably still going to spend 500 million dilithium on that, won't you? Based on that efficiency?
Yeah, with after efficiencies.
After efficiency, somewhere between 400 and 500 million dilithium and 2.3 million ISO emulsion. And that will get me a 200% boost to attack penetration. I don't know.
Remember, there's also cost reduction research in the new tree, so...
Cost reduction. Okay, let's take a look and look at some of the cost reduction. There's ship upgrades. Okay, there's research. So that's gonna that's just materials. Let's go down here. Efficient construction. Nope, just materials. Let's see what else we can find here.
Wasn't there some? Yeah, I'm sure.
There's repair cost. Here's advanced research. Nope, that's speed. There's speed, optimized construction. Okay, here we go.
Optimized research.
Optimized research. So now that's going to help reduce 8% to base. That's a 10-level research that gets to 100%. So, hey, let's check this one out. Oh, you guys, daggone it, you couldn't see what I was looking at. I'm so sorry. I was in. See, I got to figure out how to set this up here in a minute. I might. Well, we'll tinker with this here in a second. Okay, so you guys can see this. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to Discord. We're going to check out optimized research. Let's go back in here and do research.
I mean, still, if you have a cost of over 1 billion, 8% is not insignificant.
Well, there's another 300 to 400 million dilithium, a million isoemulsion, and 830 quantum particles. The quantum particles being those particles that we're going to get from the different territories and their species, okay? So coming back up here, and for those of you who missed what I was talking about because I didn't have the screen up, some of these other researches, there was the repair cost. Here are the efficient researches, but these are for materials, the ones I was talking about. There's building for materials. Okay, over here, the optimized construction and optimized research are going to help on your resources. And so forth and so on. And this is the rest of this tree. Now, of course, in the YouTube video that we published, we talked about the total cost of this tree. And again, I will come back, even though I am disappointed in this tree. I'm not going to lie, okay? I'm disappointed in this tree. I'm disappointed that these values have not been scaled appropriately for the times in which we are playing in the game. All right, this number right here should be 750%. That's my opinion. Okay, these that have that are duplicates, Gregor, repairs, increasing the speed of repairs, yeah, that's an important one. But even repair costs, okay, and look here, they broke it down into 3 different ones. All right, repair cost research for each of the 3 ship types. See, to me, that's redundant. That is unnecessarily expensive. I mean, I understand you're supposed to choose, what you're working on. But up to this point, right, Gregor, all the G4 ships have had singular G4 repair costs. And now, I mean, they got it right. There's a $sign here. Now you're going to pay triple for these researches, And where do they cap out? They cap out at 50%. I don't know, man. I'm not excited about the research tree. I'm not going to lie.
I am. The material cost reduction is reason enough for me to be happy.
Well, all right, let's go back to the material cost reduction and let's see what. Okay,
and
here.
The fact that this entire research tree doesn't take any uncommon whatsoever.
That's true. That's true. One could argue that it's a self-sustaining loop because it's taking all materials from the new territory system. So that's a tick mark for the pro column, with the exception of the, 30 billion dilithium that it's going to cost. Before efficiency. I know.
You can't do with all the levels. Like 30 billion is a different story if you're level 50.
I know. All right, somebody, Jove is talking about this one. Let's pop down efficient construction. Here we go. Efficient ship upgrades. Increasing the efficiency for crystal gas and ore for ship components. Okay, very good. I'm okay with that. 60%. You know what? I ain't gonna lie, Jove. This one is not bad. 60% is massive. Let's go back, guys. Let's go back and talk about the others that we've got. I believe it's in station is where we get our first one. Is that right? Probably not, now that I'm thinking about it. Nope. It's in Galaxy where we get our first one. Galaxy over here, we get our first one, which is pure gas, pure crystal, pure ore. Guys, let's take a look at these where they cap out. They cap at 15%, okay? And a lot of us have single digits, okay? Then we come back over here, and we come over here to Federation Pures. Again, same thing. Very, very small. Very, very small. Gregor, it's almost like, they... I don't even... Well, let me come back to my thought there in a second. Over here, you've got ship component efficiency in the Stella tree, and again, maxing at 15%. You see what I'm saying? So these are not, they're significant just because they've always been small. And so for that reason, Jove and Ripper, I will both agree with you. For that reason, this particular research, where'd it go?
And you have that for research, buildings, and ships. And research takes so much uncommon.
Well, it does. It does. Ships take a lot too. Buildings take a lot too. I mean, they all take a lot. All right, but this is...
So, in having significant reductions, finally, for those things, I think
you just said it.
Great thing.
You just said it. Finally, we're getting a decent return on this type of research. You said it, Ripper, not me. Finally, he says. And this one, folks, this is a good one. All right, this is actually a very, very good one. Now, just
so I think it's a per case basis, right? Like, is the whole tree trash? No, it was, but there's some researches that are pretty worthless in the tree. Yeah.
All right, let's check this one. Here we go. Research.
But then you also have to remember, like, a lot of the early researches you have in those trees are designed for starting at lower levels. I mean, I think it starts at like, what, level 25?
Well, that's what we had other research trees for, right? So you don't need to give us a.
Oh, I'll type that.
But
you don't need to give us a battleship
like,
whole.
you can't design a tree that is like, well, this is for Ops 35 plus. Good luck, have fun. You can't.
I understand that. Here though, let's look at the efficient ship upgrades that you were just praising here, Ripper. Look at the cost of that. That's significant. And let's look at very quickly. I want to look at.
But to his point, I mean, 30%. What does it max out at? 30%?
No, max is at 60%.
60. So that gives us 90. I'm sorry, that gives us 110% total.
Yeah, so
plus
like
5% from the outlaw tree, 115.
Yeah, so like more than half the cost of what it would be.
To max it out, by the way, also requires Ops 46.
Still, you know, you get to a significantly higher percentage way earlier than other.
I know what you're saying, Ripper. I don't discount it. I just personally disagree with it. Okay, I think it's not enough. All right.
I don't know because I don't know what these iso emulsions and phantom particles and blah 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 are, right? Like, and that I don't know what their component acquisition time and cost is.
Iso emulsion you get from the refinery, right?
I know, but I don't know volumes. I don't know, like, do I get 10 a day, 100 a day?
I can tell you volumes. You get from tier 1 isogen you get 4,500 a day.
Okay, so then looking at that
from
cost,
the other one you get 3,000 additional, and then 1,500. So I think 10k a day, just from refinery.
So go back to your total cost of ownership on that thing.
That's starting.
Oh, okay. Hang on.
DJ.
Yep. I'm coming. I was looking at something else here. All right, coming back in. Go ahead.
Go back to your total cost of ownership on the thing. So if you get 10,000 a day, you're talking about 35 days to collect enough iso emulsion.
That's 10,000 a day just from a refinery. There will probably be events.
Okay, so 10,000 a day, you need 2.2 million. Possibly there's some research or capability of reducing that cost. I don't know if this. I don't know if iso emulsion
that's not 20 days.
Is a material.
That's 220 days. 220 days. 2.2 million divided by 10,000.
Yeah, based on dailies, but we all know like there'll probably be some other ways to get stuff, right?
I agree completely.
What is the acquisition rate for phantom particles?
Already significantly better than I think what they did with the outlaw research tree, where you need like a reputation, which you literally take more than a year to even get to a level that.
So what about these phantom particles?
Those are special. You get from rewards for capturing territories.
Okay, and how many do you get for territory?
No idea.
DJ?
Yeah, I know.
What you doing, buddy?
I went dark. I'm trying to set up some easier scenes here. You guys don't mind me, okay? I'm trying.
So we don't know what the acquisition rate is for that, but $1 billion dilithium is nothing for level 48, 49, 50, right? So that's So that's actually fairly cheap to get 12 levels of something, right? Now, obviously, $1 billion dilithium is a way different purse string for somebody at a lower level, but would I pay that to get an increase of, say, a net effect increase of 30% material cost reduction? Yeah, for sure, right? Absolutely.
There we go.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I'm just trying to fix a couple of scenes here to make it easier to switch back and forth.
It is significant enough for me to actually care about it.
Absolutely, I agree. I agree with that statement. I don't know what the dependency tree looks like to get there yet. I didn't look at that, but hopefully that's not crazy high.
Its own is a good thing in my opinion.
Sure, unless you're investing huge amounts of resources to get there. But even then, I guess if you're going to play the game for as long as it's out, it could still net out to something good.
You guys see me designing. There we go.
The outlaw research tree, where you had like research So you had research to reduce the gas cost for researchers, which
Yeah.
costs uncommon gas to get. And if you actually calculated the increases, you have to spend like 500 something uncommon gas. And to actually get that back, you have to spend like 10,000 or 15,000 uncommon gas on research just to make up that 500 you spent on reducing the cost.
Yeah, that was a little like fill out
That's
this
like,
form
what the
to
fuck
stand
were
in
you
line.
thinking? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. Hey, I think I did it once too already. Hey, and here's one other thing that I want to point
that
out.
was crazy. But and so when I look at the efficiency upgrade, let's see, the dependency is isogen extraction, and then you've got thorough scanning and cargo security, hostile tactics, armada tactics, officer conditioning, enhanced piercing. I mean, that's pretty low in the tree. It's like halfway up the tree, so that's probably not so crazy.
Well, and one other thing.
And by the way,
Battle Droid
and
points
this is
out.
via Pleiadoscopely. If you are going to create a research that is just a subsequent exact same research, use the same language. If you got expert repairs, make it the same language as the old repair research so that everything is uniformly received on our side, right? Don't change language on the exact same thing.
I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that at all. I also want to point out too that Battle Droid mentions in the YouTube chat, which is a good point. All right, we talked about ops dependencies or research dependencies. Let's go back and take a quick peek at some of these other researches here. Let me go back over into Discord, and we'll take a look here. Battle Droid mentions that they're all laced together. There's research dependencies in here. Let's take a look very quickly at some of the research dependencies for this particular one that we were looking at. Efficient ship upgrades, let's say level 5. Okay. Guys, did they remove research dependencies? Ripper, can you take a look at that real quick? Because I'm not seeing one here.
As far as I know, that's...
No, they're still in the game, at least in the game client.
They're in the game, but guys, look here. All right, at least this particular node.
I mean, you have to get to the path to unlock it, right? But that it unlocks like after you research.
Well, I'm okay. Listen, tree, I am okay doing a level 1 on a lot of these to unlock this stuff. But this may, Ripper, be slightly different than what was originally released to us. Maybe they did, in fact, listen to this.
For level 1, you need the previous one. That is a fixed requirement. But after that, I'm only seeing R&D department on those.
Oh, my God.
So once you have level 1
Gregor.
of the 2-star isogen, you just need R&D department and the resources to research it, and off you go.
Let me tell you, guys, that... You know what? I'm going to go back and I'm going to say, you know what? Thank you on that scoping. Because that's not how it originally presented, Ripper.
A bit. You need battleship shields 7.
Where?
Isn't that like a combat one?
So the combat one?
Research. I don't know.
All right.
It can change at higher levels, but lower levels are indeed no building.
So I don't know if you saw, but apparently Roy is answering questions in the event chat.
All right, let's go check it out. Because I believe now I've got the ability to hop in there. So let's go see, and we'll tell Roy, hey, what's up, buddy? You are live. Where is he? In the in this event chat?
No, in event chats in the neutral zone.
In neutral zone? I don't even have that one open.
Yeah, no.
So yeah, for level 7, you need.
He passed it.
You need a different research, but that is the Ops 40.
Event chat.
Oh, okay.
Thing.
Dude, you are clicking all around event chat.
I got it. No one said event chat. They said neutral space. Then I assumed you were up here in the Arc 3 stuff. So let's see what he's talking about. Okay. Revamp dailies on our list. Okay. So we've known about that. He's talking about updating the client. Do we have anything super, super good here? Don't need deep space capabilities to play. We know that. It's just fog of war. Let's see what else we got. Generic message in case you don't have access. What was the generic message?
Probably something dark space related.
Yeah, I don't see a whole heck of a lot here right now, guys. Okay, yep, not seeing too much there, but that's okay. We'll come back into it a little bit later. Let's
in case you missed it, didn't listen. Level 7 of those researchers requires a different research.
Level 7.
Also the point where it requires Ops 40. So I guess they threw in a thing there. You need like what do you need? Battleship Warfare level 7.
All right, so
To
let's
get to
let's do that
of
one.
the
What was it called? It
cost
was
reduction.
research battleship.
Battleship Warfare.
Battleship Warfare, and we'll just go with 7, and there you go. Okay, Interceptor Warfare 7. Okay, I'm just going to trace this through for a second. Interceptor.
But as I said, that's the ops 40 barrier.
I do see. Yep, I see that right there. Let's check. So it looks like Explorer is going to have to be the one that's done first. And it's going to require Isogen Extraction 2. How do we even type this one? I'll try and copy and paste it. Let's try that. Research Isogen Extraction 6 and see what it requires. It does not require any other research. Just looks like it requires Ops 38. Okay? So, hey, if they did, in fact, remove some of these, okay, then I actually am going to go ahead and maybe apologize for being a little bit harsher, because maybe, Gregor, they heard they heard what we were talking about research dependencies, and maybe they're going to allow us to choose a little bit more of a path, that we want as a player, instead of being forced to weave our way through the tree. And if that's the case, I'm actually much more satisfied with that.
Yeah, unlocking level 1 to get somewhere. Totally get it.
Yeah, I'm totally fine with that. Absolutely. I just don't want to have to unlock level 7 to get to level 2 of something else.
Yeah,
so that's really good. Hey, Panic has joined us in the room. Panic, welcome into the show. Please come on in. And why don't you hop off push to talk? Come on in and chat with us. We're talking. We're breaking things down. Ladies and gentlemen, community manager Panic is with us. Welcome to the show. How you doing, buddy?
Hello. Hello. Very well. It's been a good release, I think, and everything's going well. Currently we have a few snags here and there, but I think the team is on it right now and should be fixed soon.
Well, I was going to say, I feel good. You say that it's been a good release. I want to draw attention to what you specifically said there, is that at this point it has been a stable release. It's been delayed, but that was because you guys were trying to solve other problems before they actually presented itself, which was admittedly a very proactive approach. So I kind of agree. I'm okay with that type of approach, that we're going to try to handle something before it crashes the game. What were you guys seeing? Obviously, you saw some warning signs.
Yeah. There was a few issues, like with latency and lag that players were seeing, and territory capture is going to be launched. And it's one of the most congested, I guess, initiatives that we're doing, because everyone's congesting in the system. So, with that needed to be fixed. So what they did was they completely updated the backend. That's what the 4 or 5 hours that we were having. That's why it was delayed, and then they did the test. It was apparently like they were even willing to push it out completely if they were 100% sure that it wouldn't work. But thankfully, everything went fine, and we were able to launch it.
So, Panic, I have a burning question for you. This could be the primary question you get based around this arc. Does Isogen mining count towards Mining Monday events?
Oh, that's a good question.
I bet it doesn't right at first. I bet it won't. Data still doesn't mine for Mining Monday. Data doesn't count for Mining Monday.
Let me. Okay, no, it doesn't. It won't.
I'm kidding. That's probably not the most important question, but I'm just curious.
So that's it. You guys only had one question, so
yeah, thanks a lot, Gregor. You're booted, son. Hey, let me. You know what? I want to confirm with you while we're live right now. And of course, Panic had sent me a PM. Are we streaming? Yes, we are live right now. As a matter of fact, the statistics are looking pretty good. We've got over 100 people in the room. We've got looks like about 150 on the YouTube channel, I think, if I'm looking at this statistic right, Snake Eyes, I don't know. But it is looking pretty good. So we got a lot of people you're talking to right now, Panic. You had previously shared this information. Looks like we have a correction. You had previously shared that if you were in a territory that was lost by your alliance, if your base was ported into a housing system in a territory that you would subsequently lose, we had reported that you would lose your shield regardless of how much time was left, and now you are issuing a retraction on that, correct?
Correct, yes. The actual mechanic is you don't lose the shield that you have, yet you cannot re-shield if you lose it, and P-shields won't work as well.
Aren't peace shields are the same thing. Are you talking about ceasefire or peace shields?
No, peace shields. Like so, the shields. So you're in a territory. The 10-minute, yes, exactly. The 10-minute one. Like if you don't have a shield.
Okay. So if somebody, wait a second. So if I let my shield drop, okay, if I'm ported, I can't raise a new shield. But you're saying that there's not even a 10-minute emergency bubble either?
Yes. Correct.
Ooh, yep. No auto bubble.
The only thing that stays is the shield that you've had.
Okay. Well, that's acceptable. I will do that. Meows asks, what about the 2 hour? That is the auto bubble. That's the emergency bubble. That 10-minute bubble. And now Panic is saying that will not count. Okay, that will not count. It's funny, Panic. We have, and you know what? I want to say this too. To you and Aries and the development team that I've been blessed enough to be able to talk to about this in the last several days. You guys have been very, very cool about releasing the details. And ladies and gentlemen, breaking news, you just heard it here first. You won't lose your shield if your alliance loses a territory. So introducing the $99.99 pack for 30-day shields. That's coming out. Brand new, spanking, you heard it. Breaking news. I'm kidding. 30 days. Can you imagine raising a 30-day shield and then porting into a territory? That would really miff some people off, I think.
So let's ask the real question here.
All right.
Territories is out. When can we start researching? When can we start getting some territories? When will we see the events and the things start coming in?
So events will be coming in later today. The way that we're doing the people can start getting into the territory. Again, as I said, due to congestion, is we're doing a solo milestone. And then once you grab those final milestones, then quest is unlocked for you which unlocks essentially the warp path to get into the territory capture area. Which at that point, you'll be able to refine, and then subsequently be able to research.
So when will packs come in for all these primes?
Gregor says, listen, Panic, take my money, please. My wallet is open. I'm ready to pay my way to the top.
I can't even buy anything. What's going on? It's like Scopely lost their way. Where is my buy button?
So like the team is actually like we're being very, very careful about how we release it because we don't want to have again any hiccups. So at the moment they're triaging everything, but the minute that events are up and everything can happen, that's when everything will be live.
Well, and that makes sense.
DJ, scroll up real quick.
Gregor, that makes sense because the last time that we saw a new research tree, everyone started it early. So, guys, listen, I'm not saying that I know, but if they are intentionally not letting you start research until the events start, then 5 Tacos says there's going to be some form of territory research event. Just saying, okay? That is completely my supposition.
And this is great that you didn't make that same mistake, by the way.
I think
the whole people buying. That's really good. So, DJ, go ahead and scroll up and a little to the left, and you'll see something called beta assembly.
Beta
as an example.
Assembly.
Go up.
Okay, keep going. Up. Yep, right here. Panic, are you on our YouTube stream right now, or are you just hanging out in voice? Because we do have
just hanging out in voice.
That's okay. We've got a video stream. So if you can from memory or look in your game, we've got a system up here, kind of to the northeast of the entire territory map. Northeast called Beta Assembly and New Dozaria. Those and then there's also NOTT. There's 3 systems right there. I guess I could fly in. I haven't actually flown into these yet.
Yeah, so in those systems are mission planets, right? They are Trill mission planets, a Trill outpost, a Sulaban outpost.
Let's check them out.
Folian outpost. We've got all these outposts and these new systems that have missions tied to them, right? And if you click on the missions, it says, hey, you haven't completed this prereq mission for the Bolians. And each one has a different set of prereq missions, right? Boiling point for one of them, Green with Envy for the Corvellian outpost. Are those things we're going to see, like missions we're going to see come out today somehow? Are those tied to the battle pass? Are those going to be required to capture territories? or do we know how
No.
that's look?
To require, so there's no missions that is gating the capturing of territories except for getting into the territory and get into origin sector themselves, and then whenever there's a takeover, you have enough refined isogen to pay the fee, right? The rest is just yes, there will be the battle pass. I don't know exactly if it's in that area. I need to reread the news. I don't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, there will be the battle pass. There are new missions as well for the new discovery arc. So just imagine that, yes, we're trying to surround the discovery rack around the territory capture, yet we still have its own battle pass that's going to be running through the events as well. So again, players can choose whatever they want to do. They can just they can go through the usual arc with the missions, or they want to go into territory capture.
So just to be clear, though, the Trill, the Thorian, the Suliban, these are not new repable factions, right? Even though they have faction missions, they're not repable factions. They're just
correct
things related to capturing territories, but we're not really sure what those missions lead to, what the point of those missions is yet, right?
For the time being, they're just set as the narrative. So there is this immersion that whenever you're capturing a territory, you also understand, what kind of territory you're capturing. This is the initial thought. Now, if it grows from that is, I don't know.
Okay, well, I was just curious because they're so faction specific, right? They almost
look like... True.
And then would you have to do the Suliban outpost missions to capture a Suliban territory in the territory capture map or something? That's kind of where I was going with it.
That's actually,
there's also,
I kind of feel that way.
I forgot to mention, there's also a tutorial that you guys can choose to do, and that'll be part of it. That's what it was. Yeah, thanks. Team
I
member,
wonder, Gregor, if you've got the same thing over here. Vemi, Klossy, Marzer, Ayo.
Yeah.
I bet there's more in there.
Well, no, those are the ones you can mine in right now. So those have some isogen nodes in them, Klossy, Vemi, Marza, and you can mine isogen outside of the event right now. Like, all of ours are full.
20. I think there's like 20
ours
territories.
looks
How many
pretty
are there?
full,
20
too.
systems.
Yeah, ours looks very full too. Hey, Panic, let me ask you this. Your patch notes indicate that sovereign layers are here. These are the new Armada targets that, at least according to Elcars, look to be like they're paying actually redonkulously well. This, to me, appears that you guys took the Borg Megacube mechanics where, they paid out paltry amounts of inert nanoprobes, right? And you guys have now, goodness gracious, look how fast those ships are moving. Now you guys are looking at these armadas as a potential replacement for mining, right? Like, you're saying, hey, you guys can go mine the isogen if you want. But from what I can tell, doing one armada is going to be roughly the equivalent of an hour to an hour and a half worth of mining. Is kind of the way I'm looking at the math here. So you guys have presented armadas as a potential time saver as compared to the mining. However, are we going to be able to do those armadas before we actually enter a territory? Is there any of these systems, these early entry systems, that will allow us to do armadas to gain that extra boost of isogen and allow us to obtain that faster? Is that available right now, or do you have to do it in a territory?
You can. Yeah, you can. So you can't mine and you can't relocate your bases in the territory, but yes, you can fight off those armadas. The only the advantage that it gives players is that if you own a territory, you can relocate your base, so it's faster for you to get to those armadas.
Okay, so right now, folks, listen, right now, before the events begin, if you want to be banking severe amounts of isogen, listen, me and my alliance, it may be time for us to go and start looking for some armadas, Gregor, because those things are paying out. As a matter of fact, Fartasia went to bed. Ripper, let's switch over to the Elcars portal here on our YouTube display, and can you help us remember what the command code is for the armadas, and we can take a look at the payouts. What are they called? Sovereign layers, I believe. Armada, sovereign. I'm probably not even spelling that right. No, I'm sure not.
They're scavengers.
Oh, thank you. Scavenger layer. There we go. Oh,
and where are we going to find these scavenger?
They're in all the Origin space systems, Gregor. If I can.
So yeah, it's all of them exactly. So it's T1, T2, and T3. Gregor, they're in the patch notes, okay?
I know.
on.
We're on a YouTube
Come on,
stream, so
Gregor.
I'm elaborating for the people listening.
So Cavacor says, are they not locked in a sector? I don't think that they are locked, guys. I think that none of these systems are locked for you to fly into. You can go. You just have to unlock them for viewing, and they're fog of war. So you gotta go.
No, they're locked right now.
No, they're locked. There's a open origin section mission that it's not available.
Dang it.
Oh no, yes, to get inside, yes, this is locked again. Once events are live, there's going to be a solo milestone, and within the solo milestone, you guys will be able to unlock that warp path. The reason that we're doing this is to avoid congestion within those territories from the get-go.
Okay,
right.
I see.
Because we know everyone's going to be there. This is not how it's going to be. Like, we did this purposely. The team were coming up, I said in the last podcast, because they wanted to avoid this possibility of lag within these systems. But once you can get through to that, the warp range within origin sector is like 5 or something.
Let's see. You know what? Hey, the beta territory does not have a lock on it. Are there armadas in there? Let's go check, everybody. Not beta.
There's not.
Do not think so.
Dang it.
Sorry.
I'm trying. I'm trying, Panic. Damn it. I'm trying to game the system. Let me cheat. Dang it. All right, Panic, we also discussed a little bit ago, thanks again to the data provided by Fartasia and Elcars 2.0. We were taking a look, and I don't know if you are actually let me come back into gameplay here, and we'll take a look at the system. But when we were looking at the actual Elcars data, the takeover windows, we were able to determine that on today's date, which is a Tuesday, we are seeing literally only 3 territory capture takeovers that are scheduled for today. However, all the times have already passed. So systematically, just by the programming, you have, as Scopely basically said, there will not be any takeovers today. On today's calendar date, there are no takeovers. We're actually not starting the actual takeovers until tomorrow, Wednesday, at roughly, I think that what was the earliest one we saw, guys, was noon Eastern, was 1700 UTC. So that is, and that kind of corresponds with what you were talking about there being an event. What is going to be the outcome of this event? Like, is the event an alliance ranking, or?
It's like whenever you use the milestone, then you get the quest unlocked, and that's it. It's a solo milestone event. I don't know exactly the details at the moment. I need to still figure those out. But it's quite basic.
Do you feel that it's going to be solo milestone or alliance milestone?
It's solo milestone. It's solo. It's all solo milestones event. So essentially, look, we're trying to. I know it's a really cool. I know. I've played it, and I really love territory capture as a feature. But the way that we're trying to do it is that we're trying to slowly push people within. Players within these systems, and to gradually get to know it, do the tutorial, understand it, do the solo milestone in their own kind of pace, and then start going into it. Like, we don't expect like all-out wars to be done in the next few hours, right?
It's going to be a dog pile. It's going to absolutely be a dog pile.
Slowly.
Well, but now let me. Maybe I'm not understanding this. Panic. It takes an alliance. It takes an alliance to take over a territory. But if the leaderboard is solo, then what's the point of anybody being able to get in?
No,
right?
the milestone is a solo milestone, so it's like basically everyone at their own pace will unlock this quest.
It must be a hell of a milestone. I mean, it must be a really deep milestone if you're actually wanting to gate players. I mean, think about it. If it was go kill 25 hostiles, everyone will be done with that in 30 minutes, and then everyone floods the system.
It's not that easy, for sure.
So it's going to be a very in-depth. Are we talking a military supremacy type milestone? Go kill 500 ships? What do you? Can you give us a hint about what this?
It's probably let me check 1 second. Probably go kill other player ships. I mean, that is the purpose of territories. So
yeah, boy.
Right? I'm assuming like go kill 1,000 player ships or something.
Yes. Go kill 1,000 player ships.
And if you haven't considered that, now's the time, Panic.
Yeah, that's right. That event hasn't launched yet, Panic. You've got time to make that a reality.
Go kill 1,000 miners.
So I just flew into the Tola territory, guys. I cannot mine here, which is very interesting because it appears that some people are trying, and I'm not exactly sure what's happening in here. Like Like, what's this player doing right here? They're not mining.
They're trying because they have absolutely no idea what's going on right now because they're not in this podcast.
Hey, listen, get a 600.
Okay, let me confirm the solo milestone. It's like a solo milestone. It's essentially you have to complete the missions, which with these missions take you through the tutorial of what territory capture is and how to play territory capture. And then once you go through these missions, then you unlock the origin sector, which requires 100 T3 raw isogen. And this is awarded through a solo milestone event.
100
unlock
tier 3? Tier 3 isogen?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
No, it gets unlocked. You get that awarded.
Look at these. Look at this. And then listen, I'm not trying to make fun of anybody at all, but look here, guys. There are people sitting on capture nodes. I don't understand. Down here in the Tola system, people are sitting on capture nodes. Why should I go? Maybe I should go kill
them and tell them to come in here to find out what's going on.
Listen,
about the only thing I can see that you can kind of do right now is the 325 systems called Marzer, Vemi, and Klossy. You can mine those, and they have like deep nodes in them right now. So they have deep isogen nodes.
Also, the ones in outlaw territory.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's busy in here. Look at all this.
True, yeah.
Look at this. It's busy in here. I'm not going to find one. So let me ask you this, Panic. Go ahead.
Let me just one last thing to say. So let me just confirm. We have the tutorial missions, which is going to be unlocking. Which once you're done with the missions, it will unlock essentially the solo milestone event, which this will be done by mining raw isogen and killing anomaly hostiles.
Oh, anomaly hostiles. Where are those going to be? Because look, I'm seeing a severe lack of reds here right now. I don't see any.
Wait, anomaly hostiles on the discovery things.
Anomaly hostiles.
I think those were called anomaly hostiles.
Seriously?
Yeah, those are the ones. Yeah.
What is happening?
Flash event
Skits! Skits!
Wait.
He's like, I had to go home.
Let them get released first. Again, this is essentially done for the reasons that I was saying. To disperse
I'm gonna do like everybody else. I'm gonna come and sit on a capture node and just sit there and make people think I'm doing something. I should go through here and kill all these ships off the capture nodes, and I'm gonna be like, I thought I was supposed to get you off there for your points. Maybe you know what?
No,
I'm doing
in the beta territory. There's
I'm doing
no
it right
PvP
now.
banning.
I'm doing it right now. I'm killing everybody.
In the beta territory, in that territory you're in, DJ,
I'm gonna be like,
PvP banning is gone.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill them all. I'm gonna be like, hey, listen, I thought
there's no banning in
I thought that I was supposed to get your ships out because I didn't want there to be points. Yeah, I'm going to kill them all.
Is DJ mean again?
I'm being mean. I'm going to go kill everybody. Be like, oh, I thought I was getting points. Panic. Let me ask you this. I just lost my question. Never mind. I don't know what I was going to ask. Yeah, I do know what I was going to ask. You know what? I'm going to put some pressure on you. I'm going to do it live. So tomorrow we see, I think it was 7 territory captures that are scheduled for tomorrow that begin at approximately 12 Eastern time. Okay. By the way, has anybody noticed that I've just killed 3 ships and I still have a ceasefire shield up? Yeah, sure.
That happened to me too.
Oh, it's gone now. Okay. I was gonna say it keeps telling me I'm gonna drop it. So let me ask you this. Tomorrow we got 7 territories that are opening. What is your expectation that alliances are going to have enough material to actually start playing takeovers tomorrow?
I don't expect everyone to, for sure. And I think that was one of the points, no?
You expect everyone to be able to have enough refined isogen to play tomorrow?
Not by tomorrow, no. Again, it'll take a few days, and that's the thing. And the whole point was is that so we don't have every single person coming into these systems, and we allow slowly.
So here's what I would like. So here's what I'd like to ask.
You have a few alliances going towards one system, a few systems right now that we're able to get it tomorrow. Then those alliances are set on those systems because remember, you can only get adjacent systems to the ones that you've captured. So an alliance that already got in a system in let's say the west area of origin sector cannot go to any other area. So it'll leave the space for less alliances to capture the rest, right? So this is the gating mechanism that we're trying to do. We don't have the congestion.
Let me ask you this. tomorrow. No, I've got two questions. First of all, are you going to be selling packs that contain refined isogen? Like can a spender take over an alliance tomorrow?
I'm not trying to skip the question, but I don't know what the packs have themselves inside.
Okay, all right, that's fair. Let me ask you this. Tomorrow, me and my team will be back here. Snake Eyes, as you know, plays in a competing alliance, and I know that you and I had talked about this briefly yesterday. Tomorrow, what would you say if we were to kind of coordinate a live takeover demonstration? And by that I mean, hey, Snake Eyes Alliance, my alliance, give us enough currency to enter a takeover. We will coordinate and play against each other in the same territory, and just to, make sure that everybody's clear and nobody thinks that there's an unfair advantage. What we'll do afterwards, after the winner, then whoever ends up winning the territory would agree to abandon the territory, okay? But how would you feel about doing something like that live on the air? We can stream it, again, on YouTube, blast it out to the entire galaxy. You can make an announcement, and we can actually demonstrate a live takeover in the game servers between mine and Snake Eyes' alliance. Is that something that we could actually, in practicality, can we demonstrate that live on server 15 tomorrow?
I need to see the mechanics of that, because that would be difficult. That means every single person in the alliance has to get the access and everything. So,
well, I thought isn't the refined isogen is an alliance resource, so wouldn't you only have to give it to one person for it to show up in their alliance?
But they have to unlock the space.
You have to unlock the quests. That's the thing.
Well, then they better get on the ball and unlock them today, right? Because the missions are coming out today, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
then you do the missions, and then you do a solo milestone, and then you get the quest unlocked.
So, Snake Eyes, what we would need to do, if we're going to do this, then we need to get both of our alliances 100% on board, get all the missions done so that we could effectively demonstrate. If we could do that, Panic, are you willing to allow us to stream a demonstration takeover tomorrow?
I don't mind if you guys stream, but I need to see if I can do it. That's a different story. You know that.
I'm just trying to hoodoo you live on the air, right?
That's
yeah. I'm just trying to get you live on the air.
Please give us everything. Yeah, sure.
That's right. Hey.
So one thing we noticed was the territory bonuses are the same between servers. So if you go into a territory embassy right now, that across all the servers they match, do you believe that will stay the case, or do you think they will become different between servers?
That's a very interesting question. I have a gut feeling that they stay all the same, because I don't see why they would change. I can ask them to see. The only thing that I know is that services do change for each takeover.
So, okay, that was going to be my next question. So they're going to shuffle per takeover. Is it going to be random, or is there going to be a pattern? Like let's say, for example, one territory has service A right now, and then the next takeover, it's going to go to service B. The next takeover, does it go back to A, or does it go to service C, or is it completely random and a completely reshuffling every week?
Yeah, that's a good question. I need to check that as well. I have no clue.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, hey, listen, you know what? It's not.
I see that. Strategically, I see what you're saying.
Well, yeah, because you look at this map, okay? We look at this map and we say, okay, hey, listen, my alliance is trying right now to say, let's get to the Makala territory, okay? That's a tier 3 territory that right now, folks, has the service of mining enhancement, okay? Obviously extremely expensive to get to, but look at that. A 50% boost to the mining rate for all ships, which, again, as we demonstrated earlier, mathematically is going to be relatively substantial, okay? So we want to be able to try to get there, and it even looks like there are multiple stages of these services. Panic, can you tell us, are there different tiers, I suppose? Like for example, in the Makala zone right now, we're seeing 4 different services. 2 are highlighted and 2 are grayed out.
The non-highlighted ones are upcoming. Those will be available after the next takeover. So that's what's coming next.
So that's the
so
next
we have
takeover.
coming next.
So the grayed out ones are coming next, and the glowing ones are what is currently could the current owner
which you can
actually activate.
unlock.
And these, again, as Panic has indicated, folks, are stackable. So take a look here at the Mining Enhancer. That's 50% boost to the mining rate of your ships. But if you were fortunate enough to get the accumulated amount of resources needed, you could stack it with another 50%, and that's a 100% boost to the mining rate of your ships, which, and if we go back to the formula we talked about earlier, that modifies the base. Mining ships are one of the few areas where it does, in fact, modify the base, folks, and this is good, all right? This is affecting the mining rate, which is the ship's utility, okay? And that does impact the base rate of the mining speed of your ship. These researches right here, right now, this is going to be massively effective. All right. This is not
if you do mining.
This is not an additive research, okay? This is affecting the base value of your mining ship. And of course, we also talked about this particular T3 or Tier 3 system is probably going to contain high-speed G3 or G4 nodes, folks. So you take that on top of a double base rate. I mean, you're going to be mining. It's feasible, Gregor, for you to be mining G4 at 100,000 an hour. I mean, it can be done. If you capture a Tier 3 system with a double speed node and you have both of those mining speed bonuses unlocked, 100% added to base, I mean, you're going to triple your current mining speed. Triple.
In case anyone was wondering, by the way, the G4 nodes in territory capture are 150k nodes.
150,000, which, Gregor, you could probably effectively mine in a little over an hour and a half based on the speed at which we project you'll be able to mine, folks. All right? That's why you got to...
So zoom out on your map there, DJ.
Yes, sir.
Oh, never mind. Panic's not, he's not watching the video, is he?
Yeah, he's not in YouTube right now.
I was watching... Wait, I'll go now. One second.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you see this big capture zone here, like for Origins.
Yes, it's a large
area. If you scroll to the right, DJ...
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to the right on your galaxy map.
Oh, okay.
Keep going. No, to the right. That's to the left.
I was going right, and you said there's a delay. Okay, yes, I got you. You're talking about this big empty space here, I'm going to presume, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you suspect is going to go there? What faction, or what are we going to get in that big space?
There's a nice... I mean, look. Look how far it goes. Okay? I mean, it completely surrounds Klingon space. Look at all this space on the map.
And I'm sure the space can become bigger as well.
I mean, look at all
dimensions this. Then are introduced.
Yeah,
parallel universes.
Species.
No, so actually, I do have so obviously, on this map, there's the entry points, which are to the right or to the east of this origin sector, right?
One here,
which means that people that go to fight in the far points, in the far west side, are kind of at a disadvantage out of the gate, right? Because their bases initially are going to be located on the east side. They've got to go fight something on the west side.
I don't know that I agree with that. I don't know that I agree with that, actually. I think that alliances who choose to compete over here in this western region probably need to have summons. Okay, I'm not going to disagree with that. So actually, believe it or not, Gregor, I'm going to challenge you on that. I believe that the western portion of the map, for alliances who are truly playing strategically, I believe that the western portion of the map is where you're going to see your larger and more whale-type alliances being playing over here.
To DJ's point, remember what I said before, it's only warp 5.
Yeah, so you're super fast when you're traveling in there. I get
exactly. That. So the difference is the difference going in from the get-go to the other side is minimal. So we're like the amount of time you waste shouldn't be that long.
Okay, and so when these territories, so you're saying that because of the low warp speed, you're really not at a disadvantage.
Exactly, you can travel quite fast around the whole sector.
I think we saw in one of your early videos, Panic, we saw you travel pretty much from east all the way west, and I think even the longest one was like 3 minutes, right? I think even
it was like 2:30 or something like that. It was like exactly.
Yeah, very, very quick.
I was just wondering if you guys were weighting the bonuses to the west side, like the better ones are on the west side, because you do have an incremental, be it very small, disadvantage.
Yeah, but
travel
on the flip side, though, if you captured, then someone can argue that you have your base there. It's going to be super hard for other enemies to capture them.
That's true.
And it's going to
not
only
it's
that.
like high risk, high reward. Yeah,
yeah.
Because
Not
your
only
bases are
that,
going to be
but
really
it's going
good
to
there,
be
so it's easier for you to get back once you get killed.
And not even that, but it'll not be probably as bad to. It'll be harder to raid as well over there. Hey, in our YouTube chat, Moneyman says, where is the origin sector? That's actually what we're looking at right here, okay? It's not necessarily a sector. It's origin space, but it is down below the entry level of the game. Like if you join the game and you're deposited into a level 1 system, all right, like look here, if we're zoomed way out, here's Klingon, there's Augment, there's Outlaw Space, your Federation, your Romulan, then you go all the way down to the southwest of your map. This is what they're referring to as origin sector. Okay.
And correct me if I'm wrong here, Panic, but you guys called it Origins because you partnered with EA on this expansion, right?
By the way, Panic. This is not in dark space. That is as far away as possible from.
I
Dark
know,
space
no.
as
Originally,
possible.
I know. Originally, that was supposedly dark, but then it's a Borg.
Yeah, it's you know what? I understand the confusion. Because we are using a dark space mechanic here, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not up in dark space.
No, actually, the mechanic is deep space, not dark space.
Deep space, yeah.
Technically, if you really want to get technical about it, the mechanic is fog of war. Has nothing to do with the deep darkness of the space. Just fog of war.
Oh, wow.
By the way, I just wanted to point out one mechanic is like one of the things that we were talking about last time with you, DJ, where you asked me if an alliance has a zone, and then the takeover happens for that zone, does that alliance essentially defend? Right.
You know, you and I had this argument, didn't we?
No. And I said they don't, because essentially they have to redo the takeover. But to your point, though, you're right in a way, because if an alliance loses their once the takeover starts, then the alliance automatically, without needing to pay, joins that takeover.
That's right.
So in some form of way, they do defend it, yes.
Yeah, because it's yours. All right, you no longer have to pay the entry fee, and you are defending any services that you've already activated, and you are defending the contiguous path of your stretch of territory. It really is a defense, and also it warms my heart to know that you're listening to the content when you're not actually on here.
I have a question regarding that, actually.
Ripper, go ahead.
So if the takeover starts, no other alliance joins, do you still have to score points to actually keep it?
You'd probably have to score at least one point, I would say. Yeah, would you? I mean, if you score no points, who could win?
Well, if no other alliance joins, right?
You can still, yeah.
I don't know that I'd leave that to chance, Ripper. I don't know.
I think you can. I may need to confirm, but I think you can even score with 0 points if no other alliance joins.
I don't know that I'd risk it. I mean, I'd love to hear an official answer on that, Panic, but I wouldn't risk it. I mean, it takes 1 minute to get 1 point. And what if you scored 0 points? What if you lost everything you had worked for? Now you're 7 days waiting to get it back. I'll score 1 point. I'll score 1 point just to be safe.
Of course you shouldn't risk it. I just want to know.
Yeah.
From the YouTube chat, hey, what's up, David? He says, do the buffs stay active if defending? Yes, they do. Your services do not expire until the end of the takeover. So if you've got a service that is PvP based or shield health or whole health based or attack or whatever, yes, you do get to keep those buffs during the takeover. If it's your territory, of course, you get to keep those buffs. Those buffs do not change power. They do not change hands until the end of the territory takeover. So you are in fact getting it for the full 7 days.
I guess you have to activate them again even if you win.
I don't know. You don't have to activate them again, do you? You get to keep them. You keep them. Yeah, you're not.
No. You have to activate them again.
What?
So you have to pay resources again to keep them.
No way.
Or like to.
That should be how it works. Yeah.
You have to
because
pay
again,
all
you're not
over.
Because they rotate, so it's like
because they rotate as well. Exactly.
Service.
This is
So it's technically a different one. You know.
Because
that's what I'm saying. You defend it, but not like to the point where you continue owning it, because then an alliance can just continue owning one without any issue.
That
Right, there has to be some sort of fee.
I mean, that can't be right. Look at how expensive this stuff is. Yeah, there's no way
But yeah,
But
that's why you take a week, and the whole point of you within that week is
my God.
to gather those resources to get those services.
Once activated, the bonus
that's what
will
I'm
remain
reading.
in effect until the end of the zone's next takeover.
Holy
and then it
cow.
just drops.
That is a ridiculous amount of currency to spend for something that disappears in 7 days. Ooh, I don't like that. I thought you would keep the service. Like, okay, let's pretend that you keep the territory. Okay, I actually thought that you got to keep the service. Now, if I abandon the territory or lose it, of course I don't keep the service. But I thought as long as I kept it, that I would keep. I mean, 1.75 million refined isogen. I mean, you're not going to be able to do anything else if you're spending all 1.75 million every 7 days. Surely.
But DJ, the nuance is during a takeover, you don't own the system, even if you had it pre-takeover. There is no ownership or control during a takeover. That's what Panic said.
Correct. You lose it, but we're still giving you the benefit of the doubt to still not pay that fee to get into it. But essentially, you still lose it because if you want, you can not.
All right, maybe we're talking about two different things. Panic. Let me be very specific. I'm talking about. Let's start from the beginning. If you own a territory and you've paid for the service. Okay, I've paid for 75% repair cost efficiency using all these currencies. Okay, they're mine. I've purchased the service. Now, when the next takeover comes up available, I'm keeping the services through the end of the takeover. It says once activated, the bonus remains in effect until the end of this zone's next takeover, unless your alliance abandons the zone. My assumption, rather, and I apologize if this was my assumption. My assumption was if I keep the territory, so I don't have to pay the entry fee again. If I keep the territory, do I still lose the service?
Well, you lose the new. You won't gain the new services. You lose the old services for sure because they get changed
because they rotate.
And they rotate. And remember, this is alliance-wide resources. So your whole alliance is working towards it. It's not one person.
And remember on the like the three on the right, the resources, there's no refining limit. You can refine as many as possible as you want.
Oh boy.
So you can.
So we're gonna need copious amounts of raw isogen.
So of the far right resource, right, which is like the progenitor diodes, the refinery has 1 chest, 10 chests, or 100 chest options, and you get 400 each. So you can, with one press of a button, you get 40,000. One alliance member.
Okay, all right. Well, maybe I'm just used to crappy refinery payouts. Sorry, I mean, and no offense, I would never.
I'm not saying that's gonna be easy to accumulate enough to redeem 100 chests, right? Because you need like the alloy to get it, but still, it's designed to actually be achievable, I guess. Every alliance member can do this.
What's the conversion rate?
Resource, so you get a lot.
What's the conversion rate for raw isogen to progenitor alloy then?
That one I don't know. Good question.
What? Listen, Panic. Something here.
I think Ripper would know.
Something here is going to be a gateway.
God damn it! I knew it. Hold on a minute. It's like you get a couple thousand a day.
Something here is going to be a gateway, guys. I don't know what it is or where it is, but there's going to be a gate.
So the alloy you get a couple thousand a day per member, right? But that's your own stuff. And then you can refine this to the emitters and diodes and stuff, and that's 7,920 for 400.
All right, Meows is showing me something in the Discord, so let me hop in here and take a look. This may be in the news center already. Let's take a look, and we'll read it together here, folks. Let's see if we can find over here in Discord. Okay.
By the way, here's an interesting one. I just mined 40,000 1-star raw isogen. Dropped it off at my base, and it doesn't show up in my materials or resource.
Does it? Will it show in the alliances?
Actually, no.
In the
Hold on.
territory tab.
Yeah, there's a whole new tab, Gregor. If you haven't updated your client yet,
Territory capture. It should be inventory there.
Yeah, guys, let me show you where
Alliance
Gregor's talking about. And if you've updated your client, then under inventory, all the way to the right, there's a new territory button. All right, and this is where you're going to see your ISO emulsion for research, progenitor alloy for refining into the progenitor parts, okay? Your Tier 1 isogen, Tier 2, and Tier 3 raw isogen, okay?
Unless you're Gregor and they... Sorry, go for it.
No, that's fine.
Unless you're Gregor and you've paid the $99.99 Prime territory
I was going to
button
say,
pack.
they get automatically put into my stash.
Yeah.
Anyway, on that note, guys, I actually have to release. I'm sorry.
You have to
let me know
release?
again the questions.
Damn,
I
son.
have to release.
Okay.
I have to release from this amazing. Oh Jesus!
Oh
just realized how
my!
that sounded.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I know we're all excited too. Panic. Thank you. We will look forward to the events coming up here a little bit later. Appreciate you stopping by, of course, as always. And let's see if we can't try to put together a demonstration galaxy-wide tomorrow. That'd be very, very cool.
Yep.
In the meantime,
We'll
folks, we'll continue answering some of your questions and seeing what we can come up with and what information we can share. And of course, I appreciate all you guys as well, because just as much as you guys are learning from this stream, I am learning from you guys as well. So thanks again to our special guest Panic who joined us today. Let's take a look, Gregor. I want to take a look at some of these services that you had mentioned. You came up with a theory. I want to take a look at some of these services on the left-hand side. By the way, I am ridiculously disappointed that you pay all that for a service that only lasts 7 days. I mean,
I just ran some numbers. It is possible for a very active alliance to accumulate over 200,000 of those special things a week.
Well, okay. I mean, if that's the case, it seems like it would be good. Now, listen, guys.
I said possible. Doesn't mean it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You have to be very active and very focused, but it's possible.
Hey, guys, and I'm sorry, I've got a zillion private messages coming in. I do want to give some clarification. Ripper, you were right. I want to give some clarification from the Scopely development team. The anomaly hostiles that Panic was talking about during this milestone event, anomaly hostiles are the ARC-based hostiles in the Flash systems that were presented during ARCs 1 and 2. So those anomaly systems where we used to do the flashes, that's where you'll go to kill these ships. The hostiles from ARC 1 and ARC 2, that has been confirmed that is what an anomaly hostile is, and that is what you will be going to kill during the milestone event that Panic was talking about to unlock Origin Space. Shout out Server 15, Mr. Fusion, and my Galaxy chat here, who has been trying to reach out to Panic and leave cute little messages in our Galaxy chat. Appreciate you guys right there reading out the Galaxy chat. Anybody else have some questions that we can answer for you here? I was really hoping to be able to get into these systems today. Obviously, it does not look like that's going to happen, at least not in the next few hours. So maybe we'll pick up a stream a little bit later this evening, possibly, once the event makes itself available and we can get in. For those of you, for example, in my alliance, I, for example, really truthfully think, daggone it, that was going to be a question that I had for Panic. Ripper, do we know what the currency is for starting these armadas in Origin Space? Are they using normal directives? Are they using a special currency? What currency are we using as far as directives for the scavenger layers?
I don't know right now, but I can check. Give me a minute. Where's an armada? Do we know? I forgot where it was.
They're supposed to be in all systems, but we can't get in to see anything yet.
Yeah, but I just have to know where they are.
Let me see if I can get you the name of one system. Go to Tholus Gamma. Let's go to Tholus Gamma. That'd be a good one. go to the Armadas in Tholus Gamma. That will be a level 35 scavenger. Scavenger layer. And guys, I'm going to switch back over to my Discord very quickly where I can show you. And this is why I feel like we should be trying to do Armadas. 35 info, I think, is the command. There we go. This is why I feel like we should be trying to do Armadas more than mining, okay? Because look here,
so
the
we
reward...
have one here that's 50, I think, regular directives. Yeah, 50. 50 uncommon directives.
Okay, and by the way, they are all uncommon. I have not seen any data for epics or rares built into the game yet. These are all, throughout all 50 systems, are uncommon Armadas. What we're going to see, folks, are Armadas at, let's see here, Scavenger, let's see, Armada. If you guys are looking at my screen, follow along. Scavenger layer info. And what we're going to see, nope, that one didn't work. I think there's only 3 levels, right, Ripper? There was a 27, a 31, and a 35, I think.
I think so, yeah.
I don't remember the command for this. Armada Origin. Maybe that was it. Nope, daggone it. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Armada Origin. There we go. Nope, those are just the systems. Okay, let's try this. System Saldetti Beta. Scavenger layer 27, so we know we've got a 27, okay? Let's come back up here and do...
Yeah, I think it was 27, 31, and 35.
I'm almost sure that that's right, okay? But here's what I wanted to go back to. Come back over here to the 35 I just looked up. Here's a Scavenger layer 35, folks, that rewards 192,000 raw isogen. 192. Let's say you divide that evenly amongst 5 players... Okay, 192,000 divided by 5 players is 40,000 raw isogen per player, and that's assuming you're not using 5 of 10. If you're using 5 of 10, you can increase that even more to increase your payout, of course, if you got larger ships, yada, yada, yada. So, again, in 15 minutes, and I presume they're 15 minutes, Ripper, do we have any data that suggests that the timers are shorter? And by the way, while he's checking
that... They are 15 minutes.
Ugh. They are 15 minutes.
Look at the stats. Those are so low.
They are incredibly weak, folks. The Armada is 12 million in strength, which means even at a level 35, look at the stats. Only 700,000 attack, 10 million in hull. Okay, well, shield and hull. Okay, so this is going to be an Armada.
That's nothing compared to Outlaws.
Health is not important. Attack is the important thing in Armadas.
Well, attack is nothing, folks. The attack is next to nothing.
If they have low DPR, that's fine. You can kill very high.
Well, I'm here to tell you, my money here, look here, down here, here's the actual stats on them, okay? I'm here to tell you, for 40,000 raw isogen and improve that with 5 of 10 if you've got it, all right, that is a much, much, much faster rate of acquisition than mining the isogen. So once you get the paths unlocked and your alliance can come in and start doing Armadas with you, that is by far and away the number one way that I think you're going to bank up the isogen. And hey, who doesn't have thousands, tens of thousands of uncommon Armada directives in your bank right now? I mean, seriously.
Also fun.
Go ahead.
Fun fact, you can start an Armada in enemy territory.
I don't know why you'd want to do that, but you could. Here, I want to come up into my gameplay very quickly and just see. Let's take a look at my uncommon directives.
Boy, I will be surprised if they use the same directives.
14. No, Ripper's looking at the data, and they are. And I can believe that because we just looked at what was the last Armadas that we just did? The Armadas in the anomaly space that cost only 20 uncommon directives to start an Armada during the battle or during the Alliance Flash event. All right, 20. It cost 20.
Yes, level. Yep.
So you guys
50.
Take a look here. I got 14,000 uncommons. All right, I can run uncommons for the next month and not run out. You guys have probably got a nice bank of these, which means I'm here to tell you, you guys should be, once you unlock Origin Space, you guys should be banging out these Armadas like crazy. I know me and my team will. All right, absolutely, we will. Quackfu says, what's the LCARS command for the Armadas again? I'll tell you here. We'll go back into Discord. The command is info, okay? Armada Scavenger Layer 35 info is the key, okay? And Sack Attack says it. There's nowhere near enough Isogen nodes. It kind of sucks. Dude, that's what I'm telling you. There's 50 systems. 50 systems worth of Armadas. That's where you need to be going. All right.
Also, remember in the territories itself, there are also nodes.
There are nodes that you cannot mine unless you own the territory, but you can do the Armadas, even if you don't own the territory, folks. All right. You cannot mine.
What I'm saying is it will spread eventually,
It will. It will. David says, what stats are the level 31? Let's go ahead and take a look here. I'll pull it up for you, okay? You guys can see here. There we go. Okay, Armada. I spelled it wrong. Armada Scavenger Layer. God, I can't type. 31. It's not a 31. It must. Oh, no, I spelled Armada wrong. See? God bless. Scavenger Layer 31 info. And there we go. Here's the 31, folks. 8 million in power, just shy of 100,000 Isogen. Oh, crap. That's G2 raw Isogen. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, 35 was G3.
Was that G3? Oh,
yeah,
crap. So wait. Then we're going to have to start with the 27s, right? Going to have to start with the 27s because they're the only ones that's going to give Tier 1. Scavenger Layer 27
you
info.
Spelled Armada wrong.
Yeah, sure did.
Again.
All right. Yep. There. Oh God. Now that's getting piss poor. All right. That's 5,000 every 15 minutes. Yeah. Here's what you want to do. You're going to want to have your team try to stagger and run these. Every 2-3 minutes. Hopefully the spawn rates are really, really good because 21,000 Isogen divided by 5 players, that's 4,000 Isogen. You do that 4 times per hour, presuming you don't stack the Armadas. And that's what I'm saying, guys. The way to do this, you're going to need to stack them. You're going to want to run kind of like what maybe you do in Mud Space. Is you start one, and then like a minute and a half later you start another, and a minute and a half later you start another, and you just keep rotating your way around the system. You could probably accumulate some that way, but so I was wrong. I apologize. Mining the raw Isogen at Tier 1 is still going to be faster unless you can get a really good pattern going with the level 27s. I didn't notice that. Thank you for pointing that out, folks. Thank you for noticing that. I did not notice that was a Tier 1 instead of daggone it. I hate that. That sucks.
I hope you're taking notes on all this stuff.
Me? I'm just going to go back and watch my own video. I hope you're taking notes.
Why are we taking notes? Just remember it.
Yeah, just absorb it and teach yourself calculus like Ripper did. I'm with Crazy says, does raw Isogen go into inventory or ship cargo? I could see poaching ships post Armada. Crazy, my gut tells me that this is going to be an inventory item. We obviously don't know.
I can find out in a bit.
Okay.
It better be because this is a PvP zone.
Yeah,
so
my gut. I mean, they've done it. They've done it with Borg. They've done it with Stella. Now we're here with Disco. My gut tells me this is going to be an inventory item.
That much can't possibly fit in all the cargo for the entire Armada, so that would be interesting, I guess.
Yeah, but that's the payout. You're going to be splitting that up amongst 5 players. So it's only for the Tier 1s, that's only 4,000 Isogen per player. That'll fit in any ship.
No, I mean like for the G3 one.
Oh, yeah, no, the G3
which is like 200,000.
Yeah, it's 200,000, but again, presumably you're running that with 5 people. That's still only 40,000, and that's going to fit in most warships. But you're right, the cargo, guys. I mean, poach, like you guys are talking about in chat right now, poaching right after an Armada is over, you're guaranteed over cargo. Guaranteed. Korat says, where are you looking, DJ? What are you referring to, Korat? I'll answer your question. Yeah, Steven's there, the Armada loot. Oculi says, I cannot see...
I will find out in a bit. Give me just like 10 minutes
Ripper.
or something.
Oculi says, I can't see my raw Isogen. Do you have to be a Commodore or higher to see Alliance inventory? I don't know. Let's find out. Let's go back over to the game view, and let's hop in. There we go. I'm trying to. There we go. Okay, let me go back into game view here, and let's hop down in here to where our embassies are. I presume
you can't refine it yet, so you can't see anything yet. And
right
the
here.
raw stuff is per account. It's per player. Not
the raw stuff. Yeah. So your Oculi, your raw isogen. You're right. Your raw isogen is going to be yours. Okay, until you refine it, and your raw isogen is available in your your items, all the way to the far right under territory. This is where your raw isogen is going to show up if you've downloaded the new client. Now, to your second question, if I come over here into my alliance management screen and I see territory, I can come over here to inventory and see what is probably, I assume I'm going to be able to see what's here, but obviously nobody has anything. John DeLay says, can we go over the new resources quickly? Yes, sir, we will. All right, let's begin very quickly with what we see here in the Territory Resource tab, okay? We're going to begin right here. This is where it all starts. Mining G1 raw isogen. G1 raw isogen. This is where it's going to start. This raw isogen is then going to be taken over here into your refinery, all the way down here to the Territory Refinery, okay? And once this launches, we're going to have a refinery in here. This refinery is going to give iso emulsion, all right, and refined G1 isogen, okay?
And progenitor alloy.
I don't think for Tier 1. I don't think you're getting alloy for Tier 1, are you?
No, Tier 1 not, but Tier 2
yes,
Tier
that's
3.
right. So we're talking about Tier 1 right now. So Tier 1 raw isogen is going to be refined, and then you're going to get two materials as an output. One is an individual inventory that's called iso emulsion. Iso emulsion is used in your new research tree. Over here in the research tree, you'll start over here, and if we take a look at this very first one, iso emulsion is what is used from the very, very beginning. Okay? And so that is a personal inventory. All right? Next, you are going to see the refined G1 isogen. That is going to be accumulated here in your Alliance Territory inventory because that is an Alliance resource that will be used for starting Tier 1 territory captures. Okay? Real quick, Karnak has posted this up, and actually, you know what? Hey, I want to throw that image into the stream very quickly. Thank you, Karnak. Let me pull this up very quickly. Shout out and welcome, official content creator Karnak. Welcome to the show. Appreciate you being here. Let's take a look at this Discovery display. Or Discord display. Folks, take a look here on the YouTube screen. You'll see the Territory Capture G1 Isogen Refinery, and you'll see that it cost almost $45,000 for a two-chest pull. That's kind of weird. Why are we seeing only the two chest? Is there not a one-chest option? And further, is there a cooldown?
Not.
Is there a cooldown on this?
Yes.
There
22
is
hours.
22-hour cooldown. So you got to start with 45,000 raw isogen, folks. 45,000, and then you're going to get two of these chests. Presumably, these are each guaranteed. I would imagine, Ripper, they're guaranteed per chest.
Yes.
So you're going to get 4,500 iso emulsion, and you're going to get just shy of 8,000 refined isogen, and that's it for the day. That you're done. You're done for the day. So that double chest is going to get you just shy of 8,000 refined isogen, which is the Alliance inventory, and the 4,500 iso emulsion, which is your individual inventory, and will carry you through the research tree. All right, coming here to Karnak's next screen. Appreciate you getting this. I don't know where you got this, but this is great. All right, you can see there's your G1 refinery. There's G2 and G3. Now notice here in the imagery, okay, here's your raw. There's your refined isogen. There is your iso emulsion. Now we're going to come over here and we're going to see now the G2 isogen that's raw, now paying out G2 refined isogen, also paying out G2 iso emulsion. Actually, there is no such thing as G2 iso emulsion, is there?
Nope.
I didn't think
it's
so.
It's
showing the second star, but ISO emulsion is ISO emulsion, so you don't have to worry about that. All right, and we are also seeing
you get less from the 2-star.
Yeah, and we're seeing the introduction here of progenitor alloy, okay? Same thing over here in G3 isogen, progenitor alloy, refined isogen, and iso emulsion. Then we come over here to the progenitor alloys, okay? And Karnak, if you've got some more images, I'd like to see more of the territory refinery, if you don't mind. But there's several of these currencies. There's emitters, there's diodes, there are cores. There's, I think, one or two more, right, Ripper? I can't remember the names of all of them. You got emitters,
diodes, cores, and reactors.
Thank you. Emitters, diodes, cores, and reactors, and you are refining the alloys for your material of choice. Material of choice, okay? And that material of choice is going to depend on which services that you're trying to buy, and which one you're using. Emitters and all this stuff is going to depend on. As a matter of fact, I think we saw when we looked at one of the territories. Let's go back into the game here very quickly. When we went into the game and we were looking at one of these Western, like the higher tier systems or higher tier territories, they were requiring multitudes, right? Let's take a look here at these services. Here's a service that is taking pretty much all. There is the G3 refined isogen. There are the progenitor reactors, okay? Here are emitters, all right? And here are the diodes. So you can see it's taking all three of these to activate this particular service. And then the fourth one, cores. Cores are used as entry fees. So I am Rizo. You say, you've got to be kidding. Oh, yeah, buddy. There is a ton of new currency. It is wildly complicated, but also leaves plenty of room for people to mess it up, okay? And that's where the strategy and the education are going to come into play. Now, Corkman says that we've got events. I've got no events yet. They may be rolling out. Plus, Corkman's on a European server, so he might be getting them a few minutes earlier. But, folks, you guys be watching. It appears that events are beginning to roll out. And we'll stay with you here live for a few more minutes to check those out before we get ready to wrap up the stream. Looks like we've been going for 2.5 hours. Wow, good long stream. I hope you guys got a lot of information out of here. But we'll stay with it for just a couple of minutes, and then we'll see the new events come out, and then we'll probably get ready to wrap up for now.
Can I interrupt for a second?
Please, yes. What do you got?
So the Armada rewards do go into your cargo.
Good. Okay, there you go, Gregor. Did you hear that?
So you can steal them.
They can be stolen. That's excellent news. That's excellent news for Raiders. That's excellent news for the Pirates.
Fits with the theme, at least.
Yeah, it does. Okay, Karnak has got screenshots. Hey, let's head back on over to Discord. Here we go. Popping that in. Thank you, Karnak. Let's see what else you got over here. So here we go. Surveying the Field Alliance leaderboard. Surveying the Field solo leaderboard. Why don't you open one of those up, Karnak? Let's take a look at the requirements.
I'm working on it.
There is your battle pass. All right. Here's your battle pass event, a separatist hunt. I'm okay with that. That's, for most people, that's a very early, very easy event to knock out for your battle pass. Origin Sector Alliance leaderboard. I wonder what this is right here. And the least of me. I'm very curious to read all of these. Let's, Karnak, the soonest, if you can.
I am clicking like crazy.
You are the man.
The leader mode is not that massively interesting.
It looks interesting.
Okay.
It's just minor commendations, past steel, titanium, and uncommon ore.
Skit says the least of me is probably going to be the event chain. Yeah, it makes sense. It's 24 days long, so I would agree with that, Skits. That's probably the ones that where you do all the missions and stuff. So I probably don't necessarily disagree with you on that. Swagger says 2 cents on the new officers. I'll be happy to provide that momentarily. Let's finish up these events here. Surveying the Field. Oh, research. That one's research. Okay, so 1 power increase by research, and that is a solo leaderboard. So that, folks, is going to be the Spenders event. If you don't mind, Karnak, real quick before you get too deep, can we just see the rank 1 prize list from Surveying the Field solo leaderboard? Just show us what's in there as far as prizes.
Surveying the Field. Surveying the Field.
Let's just see what's in there as far as prizes.
Or and Epic Armada directives.
Let's see.
I'm clicking back and forth.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. Okay, let's see. Here's Surveying the Field Alliance leaderboard for researches. I'm sorry, go ahead. Who's talking?
TC here. Survey the Field leaderboard is for gaining power increased by research. Rank 1 gets a zone frame, titanium, dilithium, uncommon, and rare crystal.
So absolutely nothing that is material based for the event. So, okay, don't feel bad about abandoning that one, folks, if you want to let that one go, because that one's probably going to be an expensive event to play in, but it doesn't sound like it gives you anything that is going to be necessary for you to have as far as currency. Let's see what else we got here.
Alliance leaderboard, Epic Armada directives.
Those look like Epic Mud-Mada directives. Are those Epic normal directives? They look like
normal.
Epic Armada directives.
Okay, good. Good. Okay, so Epic Armada directives. Let's see what we got here.
Solo milestone gives you Armada directives also.
The solo, here we go. Here's the Surveying the Field solo milestone. There's some Epic directives as well. Looks like doing some research in there is going to do that. Fortunately, doesn't look like you're going to need a ton of points, and you can do it with early research. So that one should be relatively easy to get done, I would imagine. Plus, you look, it's a 6-day event. All right, a 6-day event, so that one won't be too awful hard to see. Let's go into the Origin sector. 1 Battle Pass point collected. Battle Pass point collected, and that's an Alliance leaderboard. So, again, another spending one. They're going to encourage Alliance members to buy points packs. So, okay, again, I'm not going to be too Ripper was right. I'm not too super excited about that one. Let's go down. Yeah, just actually, that's a fair amount of crystal. Of course, that's first place, but still, that ain't bad. 105 million trade. Who posted that? Karnak? What's your ops level, man? Good night. That's a pretty daggone good payout. What's your ops level?
39.
Wow, I'm 39. Guys, that's a good payout for ops 30.
Benny, yeah.
I thought you said you were 53.
Level 50, bro. Level 50.
I'm level 60.
My knees feel 53.
Listen, again, that's a leaderboard event, so I know people are going to spend on it, but that is a strong leaderboard payout. I mean, most of the time leaderboard payouts are not that strong. That's pretty good, guys. That's actually a very good payout. And for Ops 39, that's better than they've ever been. Let's see.
I just want the frame.
Surveying the Field is your solo milestone, and here's where it caps out. 35 uncommon, 9 rare. I mean, again, that's not bad, folks. That's really not that bad. Gosh, I'm mildly impressed. Let's take a look at the Battle Pass. Do we have Spore Drive components? All right, we do see there's ISO Emulsion, Refined Isogen in the paid path. There's some more up in the free path. I see Discovery Recruit tokens. Discovery Recruit tokens there. Let's go forward. Gosh, I am not seeing Spore Drive components. At least they're not a headlined currency. Obviously, you can get Spore Drive components from the Discovery Recruit tokens, but it's not typically enough. I am not seeing a great deal of Spore Drive components here, which that would have me concerned. Karnak, click through a couple of those and see if maybe they're one of the currencies that are listed below. Zombies says there are some Spore Drive components with the mission keys, so milestone 12, milestone 18, and potentially milestone 8. No, not 8. Milestone, gosh, where am I going? Oh, gosh, Zombie says there's 400, there's 100 at milestone 4, 400 at milestone 12, and then you got milestone 18, if you'll take a look at that. So there's 500. So I'm going to guess milestone 18. If milestone 18 has 1,000, then that would be equal to last month. It does not. So we need to dive through the rest of the Battle Pass, folks. Maybe take a look at, we need to find the other 1,000. Yeah, 500 is not very good. I agree, Snipes. Last month, there were 1,500. There were 1,500 available in the Battle Pass last month, so I'd like to see where we might be able to find some more. And, of course, Scopely, if you're listening, please don't forget about Spore Drive components. Like, that needs to ramp up, not down. So maybe we'll see some events where this stuff can pay out. That's my hope. That's my hope. All right, guys, here are your primes starting to make their way into the pay store. Gregor, you were saying, take my money, Scopely. Take my money. Let's take a look at these primes very quickly. Over here, they are popping in. So we see, are they available for me yet? They're not here yet. I don't have mine.
Look, you got tons of Spore Drive components there.
I sure do. Sure do. I don't have the new Prime packs yet.
So why are there 3 different territory research packs?
All right, let's take a look. Where did they go?
No sense.
Mycelium. Where did you even see them? Are you looking at them in Discord? Because I don't have any of them.
Yeah, I think he's looking at Discord. Your picture screenshot.
No, I'm looking in my client, but also in Discord. There's a screenshot. There's
all right, let me
3
switch.
Different territory research packs.
Let me switch back into
sense.
Discord here because I don't actually have it. All right,
And they have
Olfino is
different
showing
amounts of uncommon and what the?
Well, hold on. So
are you talking about the prime?
You got 2 primes.
50% damage to players.
Yeah, you got 2 primes here. Okay, you also got 3. You got here's the 3rd prime. Now I do see a territory pack over here on the far right-hand side that's presumably a $99 pack. You're probably also, to the right of it, going to have a $49 pack. Okay.
No, there are $3.99 territory research packs. It's territory research 1, 2, and 3. And
oh no!
All 3 are $99.
Listen, if anybody is going to, if you're going to spend money on this, you better buy. Look, here's why there's going to be a difference. I was scared of this, Gregor. I told you I was worried about this. I said that they were going to divide the currencies and make it so you had to buy multiple packs. You remember me saying that? Look here. You got Phantom. You got Phantom, and there's Surax and Quantum. Okay, hang on. 450 of each. Territory research.
No. The research 3 has all those, but just more.
Oh my God! I bet these
that
are
makes
supposed.
No sense.
Hold on, no, I bet what's happened here. And if you guys are going to buy them, you better do it now. I'd be willing to bet that these were supposed to be daisy chain, just like Outlaw Research 1 had to be purchased before you bought Outlaw Research 2.
Probably buy it.
If you're gonna buy, listen, guys.
If you buy it, I'm gonna come after you, Ripper. And if I don't get the chance,
buy it.
I'm coming after Ripper wherever he lives in the world. Fuel up the chopper right now.
Money.
I bought it already, okay? It's fine.
Money says, if I'm a betting man, which I am, all right, a betting man says that these are supposed to be dependency stacked. And so if you've got all 3 of them right now and you were going to spend, then I would strongly suggest that you start out with Territory 3 very quickly, because I'd be willing to bet. Listen, Scopely's listening right now, so this is going to be fixed momentarily, I'm sure.
Yeah, I already bought 3.
Already bought 3.
Now, were there multiple? Could you buy more than 1 3 or just one?
No, only
3?
1 3. But I bought Territory Research 3 because that had 200,000 ISO emotion in it.
Dude, egregious behavior by the Ripper.
Not egregious behavior.
Egregious. But that's it. I'm uninstalling the game. I'm done. I quit.
But I would imagine, folks, that just like Outlaw Research, those are probably meant to be dependency stacked. So if you were going to get them, then you've got an early access. You got a premium access sale going on right now for being a Talking Trek listener. Then you have been told that is probably going to be fixed, and you better go buy it right now if you're going to. There is your advantage to listening to this show. Okay.
I think the Research 1 is pretty useless.
It doesn't. Yeah, I'm not seeing a whole lot. I still don't have. I don't have anything. I don't have events, and I don't have packs.
Yeah, it's not in, so that sucks.
Well,
don't have the option to take advantage of it.
Hey, Scopely, don't fix it until after it rolls out on American servers, because I might actually buy that one. All right, I probably would, to be honest with you. Probably would. And then, of course, can Well, let's see. We talked about the battle pass. Presumably, we've got $100 and a $20 pack.
I'm not liking how these new primes is going to separate pay and free-to-play players more. Like they need an extra crit bonus of 150% damage.
Here's the thing. If I'm PvPing Gregor, okay, there is no research in the world that is going to close that gap. All right. Right now, folks, you need to start grooming yourself to think of it like this. Okay? G3 are the 5th graders on the playground. G4 are the 9th graders on the playground. You don't F with them. You don't try to play against them. You don't go over there and steal their basketball. Okay? I'm sorry if you feel like that makes it unfair. Okay? But go back to when you were a kid. Go back to when you were a kid, and you go back to the playground. Okay?
That's very bad advice. I did all that.
And
I was a kid.
Well, did you ever get beat up?
No, I beat the other up.
You beat up the 9th grader.
Yeah.
Okay. That happens like 0.1% of the time. Because I'm here to tell you, I'm the 5th grader that had to, eat mud from the 9th graders, okay? I'm the 5th grader that came home to my mom with my glasses broken in 4 pieces because, I was picked on by the 9th graders. And I'm not complaining, okay? It made me who I am today, and I'm good with it, all right? I do believe in fighting back. I do believe in standing your ground. I believe for standing up for what's right, all right? But this is a video game. You don't need life lessons here, okay? It's a video game. And what you need to know is that G3 is not going to compete with G4. There is no research in this game. There are no materials in this game. There are no ships in this game currently that allow a G3 to defeat a G4. Okay, for all intents and purposes. I will never, with any combination of anything, go and kill Gregor's Pileup. There is no combination of ships in my fleet, no combination of research or anything that's going to let me do that. So accept it and move on. All right. The PvP research is to give you an advantage over the players that you are close to beating already, or the players that you can beat already, beat them handily, beat them easier. Okay, the research is there. I know that people are saying it's widening the gap, but that gap is already the freaking size of the Pacific Ocean. It ain't going to make that much of a difference, folks. That gap is already monstrous. So it don't matter. Don't matter.
Well, and we don't know if those things will be acquirable without pack purchase either yet.
The primes? Well, yeah. You know what? That actually brings something up I wanted to go back and talk about, because one of the early documents, and I think this is all out now, so I think I'm allowed to talk about this. One of the early documents talked about this currency being like a type of metal. One of the early documents. Now, again, these prime particles may be available in the prime packs, I'm sure, but I halfway wonder if we don't see potentially some type of Apex mechanic, maybe eventually, maybe not right away.
I have actually seen a research medal somewhere in some document.
I have too.
Was called a research medal, but maybe those plans have changed.
Maybe so. Maybe so, because I'm not seeing them in the tree right now.
Yeah, me neither. So I guess those plans have changed.
That may be. And these primes may be pay only, and that's certainly possible. But if it were to become available at some point, it's not a big, not the end of the world. No, Big. Nobody called me a bully. I was just simply saying. Somebody said that the primes, they didn't like the primes because it's going to further the gap between pay to play and free to play. Well, to put it mildly, yes, you're right. Because there's always going to be a gap between a payer and a free-to-player. And every time the payer... You got to think, if the rate of growth of a free-to-play is static, if it is a constant straight line, but paying is a constant straight line, but it's just steeper. All right? If a free-to-play has a straight line at a 45-degree angle, but a payer spends exactly $100 a month forever, then their straight line progression is going to be 60 degrees, which means every single time they spend $100, the gap becomes wider. All right, so it doesn't matter. It literally matters none, because every single time that person spends $1 on this game, that gap is getting wider, and it will never close until the free-to-play starts to spend. okay? Because their rate of growth is 45 degrees and the payer's rate of growth is 60 degrees. That's just the way it is. Sorry, guys. That's how this game is built. If you want a game that is 100% vanity, go play Fortnite. All right, because that's a game where that happens. Daytrade says, I want you to keep paying for stuff, so I've got stuff to rate. I'm with you, buddy. I'm with you. Why does this logo keep moving? I keep moving it down. I must have done something to... I don't know what I've done here. This logo keeps messing me up. Sorry. Anyway, there you go.
So, DJ, what are you doing in the game now? Are you just are you mining? Is that what everybody's doing basically
So right now, yes, everybody probably should be mining until the events present themselves. Now, Big, they're supposed to be hitting it sounds like they're rolling out now. It sounds like they're rolling out now. Did I just lose my stream again? Looks like I lost.
Yep. It's I think. Right.
Failed to log in. Let's see.
The stream is back, though.
Okay, well, that's good. So let me try
I actually think sometimes this fail to log in just happens because something internally breaks and then you have to restart and it just works.
Yeah.
I have looked into this a bit in order to try and give information to developers to actually fix it, but yeah, something internally breaks sometimes when you get this fail to log in, and then once you hit retry, it sends wrong information to the server and then you get failed again.
Yeah, it looks like the stream is back up, so...
So is everybody, I mean, are you excited still? I mean, everybody seem excited?
So, here's the thing, Big. I have mixed feelings on a lot of it. Listen, for the most part, yes, I'm still excited. I am personally slightly disappointed with the research tree, although I will say this, and I think Ripper will agree, because Ripper and I have seen the early layout of the research tree. And I know you guys may or may not believe me, but I'm here to tell you, it changed. It did, Ripper. The research dependencies changed from the first time that we saw it, and I believe that this is a better version.
Yes.
I think that. And I know that's hard for you guys to swallow because you did not see the earlier version, but we saw the earlier version. Sometimes UltimatDJz comes in here with a slightly prophetic topic. When we started talking about research deficiencies, guys, I was trying to sow a seed of preparation. Okay? I was trying to prepare you guys for some disappointment, perhaps. I was also, at the same time, trying to send a message to Scopely. And I will say this, and Ripper, like I said, will agree. Scopely did listen to that feedback proactively, because this version of the tree is actually better than the first one that I saw. So I'm actually very, very happy. Maztec, you've got it. The thing about this research, it seems like, at least at the early levels, it's letting you choose to do the things in this tree instead of in the other trees, and that is correct. Obviously, you got to unlock Node 1, but after that, up until about Node 7, they're kind of giving you free reign, and actually I think that's a very good, very positive thing. So, and that is better than what we have seen iterated before. So I definitely want to applaud Scopely for this, okay? Because
and
I think that's a good move.
I really think is great is that it doesn't take any existing resources.
That's true. It is all new resources.
Because
now,
those are usually required for other things.
That's true. That's true. Big, maybe one of the complaints that people are having is that there's too many new currencies, but I'm okay with the new currencies because this does appear to be a relatively self-sustaining loop. Everything is obtainable. Somebody argued earlier this is another pay-to-win event. First of all, there's no win. Okay, you could describe it as pay to participate or pay to play better, but this arc. The only thing you're paying for in this particular arc looks to be time. Okay, the only thing that you're paying for is time, because this arc, the territories, the materials that you can accumulate can all be 100% obtained within the game for free, and I am okay with that. I'm okay with that. One of the researches that we were talking about being wildly worth it for those of you who are just joining. Big, one of the researches that we have been able to dive through and find to be probably one of the most effective in the new tree. I want you to take a look at this one, Big Country, if you're on the YouTube stream. Take a look right here.
Oh no, I'm just on my phone, but I'm still at work.
Well, that's all right.
Everybody was in.
Take a look when you get a chance. When you get a chance, take a look at efficient ship upgrades. Actually, all three in that vertical bar: efficient research, efficient ship upgrades, and efficient construction. And these researches,
is it like the next to last one?
It's in the middle.
No,
like next to last or in the middle.
No, it's about in the middle. But these are material. These are material efficiencies, Big Country, that are higher percentages than we've ever seen. And again, I don't know if this was a reaction adjustment or just a scale of economy adjustment, but this is exactly the kind of scaling that we asked Scopely for with our research deficiency video. I wish it had been a little bit more widespread, but this research, in my opinion, looks to be the best in the entire tree.
Okay. You know what? I did see that, and I saw like even some of it was like 100%, up to 100%. And I was going to ask you if you felt that was a direct, response to the video. So that's good. I mean,
you got to. I don't know if
that was like pretty quick.
It was. I don't know if I'm not going to take that. I'm not going to take that credit because I don't know that I ever looked at this one beforehand to see. I could go back and look and see what it looked like before. But this one, I mean, the researches that we've got now, Big, are anywhere between 5 and 10% for most people. All right. This research, at level 5 is an additional 21%. Like this is a good research. That's a very good research. So I'm happy to see that one.
I think it's really interesting that a lot of the researches mirror primes. So
some of the older primes, you think?
Officer conditioning is like prime officers, right?
Let me find that one. I saw that one. Hang on. Officer conditioning right here. Officer conditioning. Maybe it's cheaper than primes, but yeah, that's what it does. Attack, defense, and health are increased for all officers, but it doesn't get to 100%. And again, it's probably
look at cargo
research.
security. I mean, that's a mirror, and I mean not an exact mirror, but a close mirror to the prime.
Cargo of all ships, protected cargo of all ships increased. Yeah, and this is not a prime. I didn't even notice that earlier. So you've got this prime protected right here for 100%. Then you got this free one over here that can go up to another 75%. So there's a tremendous amount of cargo protection available in this research tree as well. Really, really good protection. So. I'm pretty excited about that. Jove is talking about. So apparently, you know what? Hey, yeah, Jove, let me show this off if you don't care. Let me switch over to Discord here very quickly, guys, and pop in here. So Jove just showed us this and said, hey, listen, I've already taken this research up to level 5, which is a 21% efficiency, and he came back up here talking to Jove. And here's his polarized hull plating for the Enterprise, which we know that gas, all right, that is normally a 12,000 gas product right there, right? In the 12,000? Or is it 11,500? I think it's
12,500.
12,500, saving
12,500.
There you go. So he's knocked off over 3,000 uncommon gas with his combination of researches, and this one being a huge part of it at 21%.
That's probably like more than the other two combined.
Oh, it is, because mine right now I think are 3.5 and 5.5, so I'm getting a combination of 9%, and now I've got 21 more.
All I'm going to say to that is when we get into the leaderboard events where you have to spend G3 and G4 materials, I hope you're happy that you're saving those. Because I'm getting to spend those and I'm getting the points for them. So I'm just saying, enjoy your little bonuses.
To save stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Those three researchers alone make this entire tree worthwhile for me.
Oh, you guys all go crazy. Jove, Tequila says, I feel like this could be DJ, a bit ridiculous saying that it's a self-sustaining mechanic. Borg is like that, so is Stella and Franklin. When are we going to find the time? And Tequila, listen, Ripper, you said this on the show 90 days ago almost to the day. Folks, there is so much happening in the game anymore that this is where the diversity is coming in. Okay, honestly, this is where the diversity is coming in. I do not expect players to play 100% of this game. It is time to choose your path. We've been saying this for the last 3 months. It's time to choose your path, okay? Let's go back, all right? Let's go back. Swarm, I think for 35 plus is absolutely worthless except for on Sundays. I have a completely abandoned Swarm through the week, all right? I can find many other ways to get a million steel. All right, so let that one go.
Unless I need a few more points for my dailies.
There you go. So let that one go. Let that go. Dailies, gosh, I tell you, the biggest reason I still do the dailies is for the materials that I'm banking up, the raw materials that I'm banking up, but also the speed ups. I like that, and of course I want to get my loyalty tokens, so I do still do most of those. Big, you gave an idea here on this show several months ago. You said that you only go and do Borg like once or twice a week, and you just bang out like 6 or 7 cells all at the same time. I have found myself using that model. I used to do 2 every single day, and it would take about 15, 20 minutes. But now if I take an hour, or an hour and 15 minutes, I can knock out like a week's worth. So I've been doing that. I've just been taking, 1 or 2 days a week and spending an hour in Borg space. All right, and I feel like that's cutting down on my time up there too because I'm knocking it all out all at once. But I do still feel that the Vidar is important because of the charge probes and the independent credits. Stella, I'm still doing a lot of Stella.
Say, DJ, it's funny you mentioned that. I got more PMs from people after the show last on Wednesday when I said, hey, I use 5 of 10 Tilam, Chen, just go in, hit the 33s. It takes 10 minutes. I get 180,000. I know that there's some other, variations where you can get more, but it's like it takes forever. To me, it's like boom, bam, done. And more people, replied and said, I've adapted that mechanic. That was, to me, I got more feedback on that than anything else combined about last Wednesday. And that's, like you said, you got to prioritize on, what you want to do. And it is about, what else can I get done in like a quick amount of time?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's big time. So you guys definitely look at that. And again, Tequila, it is about prioritizing your time. Listen, I probably spend maybe, I don't know, I've got players of my alliance in here right now. I probably play in maybe 10 or 15 Mudmatas a day. I mean, we still do, as an alliance, we do a lot of Mudmatas. I probably play in maybe 10 or 12 of those a day, which doesn't take a whole lot of time because, again, we stack our start times. So, I just don't feel like there's a great deal. Did somebody bubble me? Who bubbled me?
Yes.
Skits.
It happened a while ago.
Looky there. Hey, Skits. What's up, buddy? It's just choose your priorities, guys. And I think there are more efficient ways to spend your time. I do agree, Tequila, that originally this does look overwhelming. It does. It does to me when I was reading everything. Ripper, as we've been diving through all of this data over the last several weeks, even our conversations were, holy crap. Like,
you were confused. I just said this is a lot, but I wasn't confused.
Well, that's because you're a pure genius. You were not confused, but you also agreed. You also agreed that this was complicated and a lot to take in. A lot to take in. And I was confused. I was very confused. And again, thank you to Ripper and Fartasia and the Scopely team, I'm going to call them the advanced team, who were responsible for disseminating a lot of this information and making it available to the content creators who were able to come out and do this stuff, because eventually I think they got it drilled into my head. But it's a lot. And guys, if I've been studying it for a month, then please do not feel intimidated or discouraged that you don't get it in 2 hours after the maintenance. It's going to take a little bit of time. I've been studying this for a month.
Like that.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the new officer, guys? I just looked at.
Yeah, let's do that
Tyler
very quickly.
there.
Let's do that super quick, and then I need to wrap up. We've been on the air for 3 hours, and I want to come back and do some territory stuff later. Let's talk about these new officers, okay? Let's start with Uncommon Hugh Culber. All right, Uncommon Hugh Culber. Captain's Maneuver, defending on a capture node, increasing armor by 50% of total health. I kind of like this ability, to be honest with you. I like this ability on an augur. Or other type of battleship, okay? So not necessarily a bad thing. Plus, increasing armor is just helping your mitigation, so, possibly decreasing the amount of damage that your shields and hull are going to take, so that's not a bad thing. What I actually like about this one more is his officer ability. The officer ability is increasing the cost efficiency of jumping and summoning with the Discovery by an additional 5%. This is promotable as well. As you continue to level him up, then let me see if I can find him over here in LCARS. We'll come back over to Discord very quickly and look him up in LCARS for his max. Let's see, Culber. There we go. His max is 25%. And he's an uncommon, folks, so it's not going to be crazy expensive. Look here. We see the number of shards, okay? Not a heck of a lot here. It's an uncommon officer. You are going to need a few Federation credits eventually, okay? And 1 science badge eventually. This is a super cheap officer. A super cheap officer to upgrade. I think the biggest bottleneck, of course, will be the shards, all right? But he's super cheap to upgrade. And I'm here to tell you, even at 10% or 15, 20, 25%, whatever it may be, that is going to be a good additional efficiency, because you've already got, if you run him on the officer side with Stamets in the captain's chair, then you're adding those up, plus you got the research, okay? So I love this officer. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. I love this officer stacked with Stamets, with Culber on the side card. And as a personal side note, I think it's extremely romantic. Well-designed Scopely. Okay? Because they're star-crossed lovers. So I like the fact that they pair up and they work best together. That may just be my sentimentality, but I like that design. Okay? Now, let's hop back out here. Let's take a look at the next one. Arium, also an uncommon, okay, and an Isogen Miner, okay. This is another great one. Isogen Miner officer, okay. So just like T'Pring, just like Ston or Barrett, Arium is increasing the mining speed of Isogen by 40%. And hopping back over here into Discord, let's pull up Arium here. All right. Again, very, very cheap to upgrade. All right. And getting up to 40% synergy, so she can get up to 80%. Not quite 100, where some of the other officers are, but up to 80% synergy on Isogen mining speed, which is very, very good if you're going to try to mine it. Okay. Coming back over here to Discord, we'll take a look at her officer ability, which is when defending on a capture node, she's got a 60% chance of burning the opponent for this round. Guys, that's not a terrible ability either, especially not for an uncommon officer. All right? Meaning that she would be great at least on a side node. She'd be great on a side node, maybe with possibly Giorgio as captain. No, not Giorgio. Maybe Ash as captain, and I don't know, Tilly. Doesn't Tilly have a defensive ability? Okay, guys, these officers that have been coming out for the last month or two, they're kind of all tied together now. Let's take a look very quickly. Let me look at Tilly real fast. Here's Tilly. And Tilly's captain's maneuver. Yeah, look here. At the start of combat, when defending from a player attack, Tilly decreases the opponent's shield health by 10% of its starting shield health. So, guys, that's a 10% shield stripper right off the bat. No proc chance, no based on health, nothing. That is a 10% drop. That's a 10% shield strip when being attacked. I like Tilly as captain with Arium on the side and probably Ash Tyler on the other side. All right, which is at the start of each round, if the opponent is burning, Tyler's going to increase the damage of the ship by 50% of the total attack of all officers on the ship. By the way, additive, stackable, and cumulative. Okay? So, got to be honest. On a ship that's sitting on a capture node, I like Tilly, Arium, Tyler. All right? And yes, just to kind of answer, I think all three of these new officers are perfectly designed, perfect complements to the existing Discovery crew officers. And, we've said it in the past. Like the Origins Discovery crew, we talked about how we felt that they were throwaway cards, right? We felt that they were cards that had nothing to do with the game. I'm here to tell you, these three, Colbert, Arium, and Tyler, all three of these extremely relevant to extremely relevant to this arc. Now, Bam for Bam says Tilly is only for the first round. Let me read this again. At the start of combat, Tilly decreases shield health by 10% of its starting shield health. Yes, so it's only a one-time thing. You say Tilly's only for the first round, that's fine, but the shield doesn't get put back. The shield does not get put back until the end of the round. So if you don't defeat that opponent, then that 10% shield will go back, but that 10% is stripped for the duration of that battle. So, yeah, that officer would be useless if it stripped 10% for round 1 and then put it back for round 2. That's not how she's working. She's stripping it for the entire rest of battle, but she won't do another 10%. Okay.
By the way, DJ, on my server, the event for territory unlock starts in 1 hour and 30 minutes for territory origins unlock.
All right, let's take a look here. See if I've. Yep, here I go. Okay, I'm starting to get them now. Let's take a look. So, surveying the field, is that no? See, wait. How do you see that it's coming? Is it in the countdown area?
It's in the I think it's the chest area. Let me go look again. Sorry, I was in the middle of doing something.
Wait, I'm confused.
No, sorry.
Unlocking Origin Sector.
Origin Sector Part 5.
Available 1 hour, 35 minutes, lasts for 28 days. So this must be the milestone that he was talking about?
Mm-hmm.
All right, and
has anyone been doing the missions yet? I'm confused what I'm supposed to do.
Well, that wouldn't be
I have not started them. The events just came to my server.
Acquire the Origin Sector reward in the territory capture.
Yeah, so if you go to Alliance, like where you normally have your Alliance chest on the far right, there's a territory tab. Maybe that's what it's talking about. Territory capture.
I don't know. We're gonna have to see when it actually launches.
I don't see a reward I can get.
Oh, I got one now on mine. In the gifts tab, there's an Origin Sector Part 1.
Oh, yeah, mine just popped. Origin Sector Part 1 just popped. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and claim it. Okay, so we're starting the mission chain. Well, hell, we're on the air. Let's walk it through. Anyone out there? We're under attack. The Tholian Embassy. All right. Let's head to the Origin Sector. So, let's head on over here. It's taking us to Tola Beta. And let's begin. I wasn't going to do this. I was going to go off the air, but heck with it. You guys want to play it along, or you guys just want to go do your thing? If you guys want to play it on your own, although it looks like we still have a number of streamers still with us. So thank you. Hey, by the way, shout out to our YouTube listeners and viewers today. Thank you. Appreciate you guys all being here. Thank you for supporting us on the channel. Be sure to like the channel. I'd very, very much appreciate that. You guys subscribe to the channel, like the channel, and stick around for future content. Very much appreciate that, and thank you guys, everybody who's on the Discord as well, participating. Thank you very much. All right, 50 seconds from Tola Beta, which is where we're going to start this mission chain. And again, don't forget, let's look at these events while I'm warping. Origin Sector Alliance leaderboard. That's just Battle Pass points. Okay, that's fine. Real quick. Nope, no Spore Drive. I was going to say I saw commendations, so no Spore Drive components here. Least of Me, 23-day event. This is for the missions where you got dill and some gas. Okay, so that's good. Surveying the field. Completing researches. Looks like you need to roughly complete 9 level 1 researches, which in 6 days you should totally be able to do that. 9 level 1 researches in 6 days. Surveying the Field Alliance leaderboard is also going to be territory capture research. Do researches for ranks, which is fine. Solo leaderboard. Yeah, that's all I see. I don't even have my Battle Pass event. All right, let's hop in this system and find the mission. Here it is. Oh, Epic Neo just showed us something. Here, I want to switch over very quickly. Thank you, Neo. Let's show this very quickly in the Discord. Neo is showing us a screenshot just out of the news center. Part 3 out of 4 of Discovery Arc begins. See, I told you guys not to worry about the event store. I told y'all not to worry about it. Part 3 of 4. So Arc 4 is presumably where we're going to find our event store, but Arc 3 of 4. All right, so we're going to have one more. So now Stella is in the minority at 3 because Borg was 4. Now Discovery's 4. And Stella was only 3.
Also, someone else is also stuck at part 5. Then I'm not the only one. Good.
Do what? Oh, okay. Yeah, let's get into gameplay. Assist us. Tholians have what they want. They took all of our isogen. Oh, no. Let's go kill these terrible pirates. Oh. I hope I ain't gonna lie, I'm not super excited about a very, very long mission chain at the moment. Let's see, where's my people in the origin sector? Whole areas of space was assumed worthless and barren. Isogen, astounding physical properties. Come, there's opportunities for everybody. Join us as we travel to the nearest zone. All right, let's do that. Hey, Gregor, your packs are up. Just FYI.
Not anymore. They're all gone now.
No, look, I got him. Whoop, whoop. I don't know if I should do this or not. I'll probably get in trouble by my wife.
Just do it, DJ. I already did it as well, so just go for it.
Man, that's a really good pack. Stop.
Just do it. Just do it. Okay. Do it.
Wow, listen to Ripper, man.
I do not have Territory Research 3. Must be level locked. Must be something they give you.
All right,
I only have 1 and 2.
All right, you guys, hang on a second. I'm gonna do it. This is a terrible, terrible idea. Oh my God, Gregor, I don't remember what my Gmail password is.
It's no one sucks.
Apparently, it's not what I just thought it was.
Oh. Which I think is totally inappropriate, by the way.
Oh my God! Now it's
honestly, with the stuff you can save by getting to the cost reduction researches, you're probably gonna save more than the 100 you spend.
I can't. It's asking me my CVV code. I don't remember my CVV code. I don't have my wallet handy.
It's CVV 117. What carrier were you on?
I don't remember It asked me for my CVV code. It's because I'm on a different.
What do you mean you don't remember them? I know all.
You know all of your CVV codes? Oh my God!
Listen to Ripper. He's always like, I remember everything except my girlfriend's birthday.
that is true. I forget birthdays.
Oh God,
that's a weakness.
That's terrible. So yeah, I'm going to try to get my hands on that. I think I will. I'll do that. And then where's Battle Pass? Is it out yet? Here it is. Here's the Battle Pass. All right, so a full unlock of Ash Tyler. Okay, yeah. No Spore Drive components. Scopely, what are you doing?
Yeah, I never get the Elite Premium.
No, I'll do the $20. There's no Spore Drive components anywhere. Come on. All right. We need 25 oh my God, I'm going to have to mine 25 isogen. I'm going to have to kill somebody. I don't want to have to kill somebody, but I'm going to have to kill somebody.
So I'm still confused at part 1. What kind of reward should I collect in the territory store? That makes no sense.
Well, I'm not there yet. 2,000 raw isogen. Is the raw isogen refinery open now for you guys? Yep, there it is. Yep, there it is. Okay. Reactors, cores, diodes. Goodness. That's all. Oh, my. Oh, 10 chests. Okay, never mind. Are there cooldowns on this, too, Ripper, you said?
On the alloy to something else? No. No cooldown.
No cooldowns here. Okay, so that's interesting.
So you can just blow through it. I mean, you can also do 100 chests if you want, right?
Wow, now that's actually not terrible right there. 4,000, so 8,000 guaranteed. Not too bad, folks. That's not too bad. Let's see.
And remember, a lot of those resources are alliance share things. So.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. So I'm gonna. God, I feel bad. I'm going to have to kill somebody, but I'm not sitting around waiting on a node. Need a node, take a node. Sorry, folks. All right, I need 25.
So I wonder if it's going to give me credit for what I already mined. Or if I have to fresh mine it.
No, it counts the stuff when you leave a node you have mined. It doesn't count what you have in your inventory.
Oh, man.
I mean, I do feel bad about this, but, you know.
It's for science.
It is for science. We're live on the air.
It's for science.
We're live on the air. I don't have time to wait on you, son. Sorry. Got to kill you.
By the way, keep in mind there's another 925 coming up in a couple of missions.
Okay, thank you. How long is this? Hey, Blue Mandalorian says, any reason not to get the Territory 3 research pack? No, Blue, buy it. All right, because I don't even think it's supposed to be up, to be completely frank with you.
It's probably supposed to be tiered, so if you buy
so I mean,
you
I'm not necessarily encouraging an
buy
exploit,
two,
but
you can buy three.
yeah, there's a dependency there, and I really think that you should buy it. If you're gonna spend $100 on it, then yes, go buy it. All right, there's my 25. Let me sit back on the node. I'm sure that guy's going to come back for it. All right, there's my 2,000 raw isogen. I just got a new news announcement. Let's see what this is very quickly. Discovery Part 3. Oh, this is the calendar. We got the calendar, guys. The calendar's up. All right, let's read through here this real quick. Gosh, 3.5 hours. Gregor, we got to stop. We got to stop after this, folks. I'm sorry. I'm getting tired, and I need... Hey, will you go get me a Coke? Yeah. You the man.
Get your own Coke.
Oliver's really excited about playing in Territories because he can actually play with his daddy now. All right.
Wait, where's the calendar?
Part 3 of 4. Discovery arc begins. All-out war. Territory research. Territory capture. Yada, yada, yada. Here we go. Unlocking the origin sector. The mission chain is going to lead you into territory capture space. Unlock the playing field. In order to start, you must complete a solo milestone event that begins at 10 p.m. UTC. The first takeover will start at various times on November 11th, depending on your region, as follows. The very first takeover available in the United States is 5 p.m. UTC. That's noon Eastern tomorrow. In the European Union, that is 10 a.m. UTC, and APAC servers 2 a.m. UTC on November 12th. APAC 2 a.m. UTC, November 12th, at least I presume. Scopely always makes this error. Scopely always, unless APAC's going first, which it doesn't look like it, APAC always comes last, and it's always across the time zone, the timeline. So maybe we can get someone from Scopely to confirm, but they always make this same mistake. I'm going to presume that APAC is going to get it at 2 a.m. on November 12th. All right. No, I am actually being told by Scopely in live real time that APAC is actually, in fact, going first November 11th at 2 a.m. So they actually did it correct this time. APAC, you're up first. 2 a.m. UTC, November 11th. You start. All right, let's take a look at the rest of the Yeah, here we go. Okay, let's take a look. Discovery Part 3, Origin Sector. Here's the Battle Pass. We got all the details on the Battle Pass. Excellent. Non-Battle Pass specific events. We got the Least of Me, which is the new missions. We know that. Territory capture, resource utilization, score by mining, refining, and spending territory capture resources and materials. That starts on November 12th. This appears to be, folks, a 20-some day event. All right. Looks as though it is probably a solo leaderboard, it looks like. Participation in these events will help increase your footprint in territory capture space. It does say these events. Maybe those are 1 week at a time or daily, perhaps. I don't know. That is not specifically written out. They would usually say if there were multiple solo multiple solo boards. So that may be one long event. I don't know. Research Mastery is lasting for only 5 days. Progress through the territory capture research tree. Officer recruitment, Gregor, your favorite. All right, recruit officer shards. Oh, man.
Nice.
Sorry, I had to take a drink. So I would be able to effectively cheer loudly for the ship PvP event. Leverage some of your favorite ships, including the Jellyfish, the Discovery, hijacked ships, and more in this rare event opportunity to go toe-to-toe with opposing commanders. So, folks, November 23rd, 25th, and 27th, Thanksgiving week, mind you, Thanksgiving week, looks like we do have some global PvP. Woot, woot, Gregor. It's not off the table yet. It's not off the table yet. We looks like, well, I don't know that it's global, in all fairness. There could be zones. We don't know. But we got a ship PvP event coming the week of Thanksgiving. Legacy ship utilization. Leverage ships from previous arcs, such as Franklin, Devore, and Vidar, to eliminate Swarm and Borg hostiles and mine Latinum. Additional points can be earned by upgrading components of these legacy ships. Be rewarded with territory capture resources to give yourself and your alliance an edge within Origin Sector. So it looks like also Thanksgiving week, we're going to have some old school events. Cosmic Cleanup starting every Wednesday. Looks like it's going to be a hostile grinding event. Completing this event is going to give quantities of epic galaxy tokens, which can be redeemed in the event store for ship XP and upgrade parts or Franklin and Vidar blueprints for commanders who have not yet built these ships. This is coming every Wednesday, guys. Presumably, this starts tomorrow. So a very quick little event store for you guys to pick up some ship XP or something like that. Not bad. Flash events running 3 times per week. These are now going to run for 24 hours. So, Gregor, they're taking feedback on the flash events. A flash event for 24 hours, depending on the day, earn points by mining mycelium, engaging in combat with anomaly hostiles, or instant warping and summoning with your discovery. This flash event doesn't say what it's going to pay, but $5 says that's where we're getting our Spore Drive components. Or at least our Discovery Refinery credits is my guess. So that's what we see so far in the calendar here, guys. All right, so be looking for flash events running 3 times per week. And that will probably pay out your Discovery Refinery tokens as well, so we can keep on that path. So some interesting stuff in here, folks. Thank you, Scopely, for the news center announcement. And with that, folks, I don't think that I'm going to continue to play this entire mission chain on stream. I think we've covered it. Does anybody have any questions? Does anybody have any questions? Anything that we haven't answered yet? Because we have been on the air for 3.5 hours.
Can I have your node? Give me your node.
Somebody just took it. I'm died. I'm being killed right now. Oh yeah, I told you he was going to come back. It's okay. I knew he was going to come back to get it. It's fine. I took it unfairly. That was against ROE. So is what it is. Hey, I took it in a bad hit. He's going to take it back. That's all good. That's how it's supposed to be. And that, by the way, is how you handle an ROE violation. You go and you take it back. You beat that player. All right? Don't whine.
How do we have a level 18 mining isogen?
Why not?
Why? Don't you have to be like 20? No, you only have to have warp 20.
No, warp 20. I keep saying this to everybody.
Disregard.
Yeah,
I was thinking, why would an 18 that can't do anything be mining?
They get in with a fake ID.
That's right. I swear this envoy's 20 years old.
Got a mustache in the picture.
Botany based on isogen nodes. Gotta die.
Oh, definitely. They gotta die. Absolutely.
Actually, I'm going to message him. Got room on that node for 2? And he says no. I'll say, I'll fix that.
But it seems now I actually have to start doing mining, right?
Yeah. It looks like you're gonna have to mine a little bit. Look at all these yahoos over here on the capture nodes. I'm gonna have to make fun of you and call you out. Hey, what's up, Ajax? Goofball. Hey, Data. Hey, Dr. Pilgrim. Goofy. Why are you sitting on capture nodes, 40 heater? That's probably rude and uncalled for. Sorry, I'm just playing. Should have been watching the stream. No need to be on these nodes. Just FYI for those of you who are watching. Absolutely 0 point in being on these nodes right now until a territory actually begins. I don't know what these guys are doing besides looking silly. All right, folks, if there's no other questions, we're going to wrap it up. 3.5 hours is quite some time. Any other questions in the Discord chat, in the YouTube chat? Let me come on over here. Let's see. David in the YouTube chat. Hey, by the way, sorry for missing your chat. He says, hey, folks, you don't need to be Ops 25 to refine. Okay? Don't need to be Ops 25 to refine the isogen. Okay? So you are able to refine that apparently anywhere else. Meows is saying yes. I'm confused. Now you guys are confusing me. What do you have to be? Ripper, what is it?
I have no idea.
Me neither. It's all right. It doesn't matter.
You probably have to. I think you need an alliance.
Yeah, Meow says, do we even need an alliance? Yes, sir. I do believe that having an alliance would be beneficial to you today. Guys, thank you. I hope you had a good time. By the way, I want to thank all you guys for supporting both sides of the channel. In Discord, we've had just a ton of people in here today. As a matter of fact, if I check over here in the Discord, we have had a number. I mean, guys, well, that can't be right. Is that right? No, I'm going to have to get Vita in here to fix the bot, because if somebody counted right now, there's probably over 100 listeners in Discord. At this very moment, right now, we have 82, but at our peak, we had 113 people on the YouTube stream. Guys, that's almost 225 live listeners, and that is good. I don't care who you are. That is a great live stream. It's a great live stream, and I thank you guys so very much. Special thanks to my special guest today, Community Manager Panic, for stopping in. By the way, the one or two Scopely developers that have been listening live, thank you so much for your real-time live insight. That is always so graciously appreciated. Thank you for taking the time to listen. Thank you, Ripper and Fartasia, for being excellent contributors today to all the data. I appreciate that. Want to thank Gregor and Big Country for being here as well. Always very much value and appreciate your guys' efforts in contributing to the show. Also want to say thank you to the other content creators as well, who have been working tirelessly over the last hours, I say tirelessly, over the last several days at preparing the content for you guys. No One Shell has multiple video drops. I've got a video that came out this morning. If you have not seen it, please shuffle on over to the YouTube channel. Watch that. That is kind of a brief overview. What we did in 20 minutes on the video, we did here today in 3 hours on the stream. But watch it for the views, okay? Very much appreciate that. Thank you for everybody who has been here and been involved in today's show. Thank you so very, very much. As we get ready to wrap up today's live stream of Talking Trek, my name is UltimatDJz, the host of Talking Trek's podcast, which is published every Wednesday and Sunday. And yes, that will be tomorrow. Hopefully, we will also be live streaming a demonstration of a takeover here tomorrow. So I hope that that happens, and we have an opportunity to do that for you as well. Folks, again, thank you so very much. You have a wonderful afternoon. Enjoy the first day of Territories, and we'll see you back here tomorrow for more exciting territory capture video. Y'all take care. Love you a minute. Bye.